Are we live? Hi guys, if you can start to hear me or see me, let me know, please, in the chat. If you can hear me, if you can see me. Oh. Hi, Jason. If you guys can start to hear me and I sound clear and you can see me, let me know. And where you're watching from before we get started here. Get this show on the road. So I know we don't have any technical difficulties. I don't have slow mode on, do I? No, I don't. Oh, hi! You're watching from Texas. You're watching from Jamaica. Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. What time is it in Jamaica? Is that Eastern Standard Time? Waiting to hear from you guys. It's 4:30. So that's Eastern Standard Time, right? I think. Or similar. Awesome. How about everyone else? Where are we watching from? What time is it? What are you guys doing? You're watching from Texas. Central. Okay, Central Time? I have yet to go to the Caribbean. I've been to Belize, but is that the Caribbean? I don't know. I have yet to go to the Caribbean. You're in Ohio, you'd like to be in Texas. Okay. You'll get to Texas. You'll get there. Do we like the poster? I have to tell you guys about yesterday. I was in shambles. I was in shambles yesterday. Watching from California. Wow. I love California. Do I love California? Yeah. Before, you always tell me there's something behind me. Every live stream, you say there's MJ, there's something behind you. There's nobody watching me and there's no spiders, okay? Always trying to scare me. I try visiting Martinique. I really love it there. You know what? Martinique belongs to France, I believe, right? It's a French country, But I will go, just not anytime soon. But I will go there. Because despite me losing my marbles yesterday, I am on a mission to visit every country in the world. Thank you for visiting the Khoisan. That's my lineage. Oh, cool. I love the Khoisan people. Um, yeah, I was in absolute shambles yesterday. I was losing my mind. I was very sad, very upset. I don't know what was going on. Probably the seed oils, because I had very unhealthy food yesterday. So it's probably the seed oils, the sunflower seed oil was getting to my brain. And I was just in shambles. That's why I don't eat fast food. It was the seed oils. I was losing my marbles. And for some reason, I just couldn't get myself together. So, am I feeling better? Absolutely. I'm feeling way better, and we are not quitting this goal. My first time watching you live. Oh my gosh, thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks for tuning in. Nice to meet you too. I was just saying that I was somber yesterday. That's the right word. Somber. And I was like, this is too hard. I'm quitting. No, who can do this by themselves? It's too hard. And I was just a ball of who knows what. And I think what was happening was the seed oils. Hi! The seed oils were getting to me because I ate fast food yesterday. I never eat fast food. So I'm blaming it on the seed oils. Sunflower seed oil, canola oil. They're the devil's oils. So I think that's what happened. I was all upset. I was losing my mind. I was crying. I literally was like crying in public. Like, who does that? Hi. Hi, Kevin. I just couldn't get myself together. And then I was like, I had to, yeah, I was just having a breakdown. Don't know what the heck was going on. How's everything going? I am doing what? Okay, let's say yesterday I was a 4. I'm like back to an 8.5, 9. I was just, yeah, having a girl breakdown. Is that a thing? Yeah, but anyways, I'm back. And we are day 5, right? Day 5. Fast food is good. Fast food is good. No. Fast food is horrible, and the thing about fast food is they deep fry everything in seed oils like sunflower seed oil, castor oil, canola oil, all that stuff, and it's poisonous. Those oils are poisonous. This live stream is not about food. Recenter, Maryjane. Because I can easily go there, Here's the thing. We have been on a 10-day mission to raise funds for me heading back to Africa. I am on a mission to visit all the countries in the world. There are 195 countries in the world. Anyways, do you guys like my graph? I feel like, I don't know. There are 195 countries in the world. I'm on a mission to visit all of them. We have 60 left. I have been to 135 countries. It's taken 7 years to do all of that, and I plan on finishing. 42 of the countries I have to visit are in Africa. I'm technically supposed to be in Africa right now, but I'm fundraising before I go back, baby. Because I haven't hit my fundraising goal yet, but I'm not discouraged. That's what we're doing today. That's what we're doing for the next 6 days. Then I will be heading back to Africa to finish the whole continent. There are 54, there are 100, listen, stay with me. There are 195 countries in the world, right? 54 of them are in Africa. Here. Sorry. So my goal is to visit the entire continent of Africa. I guess it messed up your stomach. What messed up my stomach? No. Nothing messed up my stomach. But here's the deal. My goal is to visit all 195 countries in the world. There are 54 countries in Africa. We've been to 12. My goal is to visit 42 more countries this year, all in Africa. So, we've been fundraising. I got discouraged yesterday. I was like, I can't do this. This is too hard. You know what I'm saying? So, I was just like, we need to recalibrate here, girlfriend. We need to recalibrate. You ever heard of a thing called hope, determination? I had to talk to myself like this, you know what I mean? Also, I got some really encouraging emails from people that helped me a lot. But anyways, your girl just needed a little boost, a little encouragement, a little tenacity. So I think people were also praying for me. That helped. Thanks for the prayers. So yeah, in today's very nice live stream, I made this very nice poster. You guys like it? So anyways, today's donation game is, what do we call this game? We call it, what should we call this? I need a name. We're gonna call it, I need a name for the game. We're gonna call it Africa. We're gonna call it All Countries in Africa. Full speed ahead. Boom. So these are different donation amounts, okay? We've done this before many different times. And the goal is that we fundraise in this video. You can pick any amount to donate, and then I will do whatever's written underneath. There's something for me to do written underneath every single donation amount. Maybe I'll tell you a cool fact. I'll give you a shout out. I'll give you some travel recommendations. I'll tell you a funny story, travel story, different stuff like that. So these are different donation amounts, and then the goal is to kind of do the whole board in the live stream. Boom. And we have a very bonus amount over here. I don't know if anyone wants to, you know what I'm saying? That's the zinger. This is called the zinger amount. If anyone wants to donate, I know it's a lot, but I'm going to do something special for that person. But we're going to leave that there. This is the main board that we're doing here. And the goal is to fundraise all of these amounts to do the whole thing during the live. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. And I'm not quitting. If anyone watched my video yesterday, yeah, I was very upset. I was so upset. And so I was feeling down. I was like, I can't do this. I cannot raise the money. I cannot visit all the countries in the world by myself. It's too hard. Now I'm like, no, the heck I can. So, I mean, yeah, I mean, it's just like, I'm not dead yet, so we're still going. And, yeah, that's what we're doing today. And, oh, hi, Jose. Hi, Timeless Tarot by T. Hi, Jason. Yeah, it's giving Jeopardy. It's a little bit like Jeopardy. Oh, I'm so happy. You know what? I'm glad that I share the moments where I'm having like breakdowns, because I feel like they're very real, and like I'd rather people know how real it is to try and do something like this, rather than me just posting the moments where everything's going good, you know? Like where I'm only posting videos where everything's all cutesy. No, I have breakdowns like I was yesterday. I very much do, and I'm glad that I share them because it's just reality. So, no use in me trying to pretend like, oh, this is so easy, this is so cute. It's not always easy and cute. It's not always that at all. It is very challenging. So, anyways, that's what we're doing. Oh. And so, oh, you're here. Thank you so much. It's my hype man. Thank you very much. I wasn't feeling the angels yesterday. I was all kinds of devastated. All kinds of devastated. So, you know what? That's life, and these moments make you stronger. Nothing's wasted, right? That's the amazing thing about life. Nothing's wasted. If you don't want to waste it, happens to all of us. Yeah. Thanks. But the amazing thing about life is if you want it not to be wasted, nothing's wasted. You can use those times to become a stronger person. You only become stronger under suffering. That's the only way we become stronger. We don't learn anything when everything's going exactly the way we want it to go. We don't learn anything at all. And the things we want in life, I got a matcha. I got a big matcha, by the way. The things we want in life, they only feel good when we worked for them, you know? There is like, there's a lot of people in like, born in the Emirates, like, that I know. And the Emirates is a country with very wealthy people. Almost everybody is, and thank you so much. You can donate if you want to donate. It's via the Cash App. So it's in the comments. Do you see that I have pinned my own comment at the top? And thank you so much. I have pinned my own comment. It's sitting at the top of the chat. I have my Cash App there, and you can send a donation. I'll look at it live, and then we'll start pulling down some of these. There's 28 different donation amounts, and I'll do whatever. I'll do whatever is underneath. So it's like a fun way to interact. And thank you so much to the person who, I just realized I wrote that backwards. But yeah, it's in the pinned comment. I wrote my Cash App. It's my full name, and then I can see it here. And I'll root the sucker down whatever amount. And thank you. And hopefully we can do the whole board tonight. That would be really awesome. And every donation goes towards me trying to finish this goal of visiting every country in the world. Oh, okay. No Cash App. Okay. If you don't have Cash App, you can leave a super chat, which is right in the comments. Directly through the comment section, you can leave a super chat. Thank you. Oh, thank you. What was I saying? I was talking about the people in the Emirates. It's one of the wealthiest countries where the people are born into their wealth. And they talk about a lot of people there are not happy at all. They're like looking for happiness. Because it's very hard to appreciate things that you didn't have to work for in life in general. Very hard. So if something is challenging, that's a good thing. The weather out there right now, well, the weather here now, it's late at night. It's 11:30 at night. So I don't know, but I assume it's the same as it was during the day, which was cold and then hot and then cold. And Paris is weird. It's cold and then it's hot and then it's cold and then it's hot and then it's cold. So who knows? It changes several times a day. It's chilly and then you need a jacket, then you don't need a jacket, then you need a jacket. So it's all over the freaking place. Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you so much. You are the first donator. That was 20 euros. Thank you very much. And I'm going to count that super chat as one of these donation amounts. This is shout out in the chat. Boom! Yay! You're the first donator. So I'm going to give you, that was, how do I comment on my own video? Are you sending stickers donations too? Huh? Stickers donations? I don't get it. I'm giving you a shout out in the chat. I don't understand the question. Shout out to Timeless Terror. I'm giving you a shout out in the comments. Boom! Yes, they are, if you don't have the Cash App. I prefer the Cash App donations because I get 100%. On the Super Chats, YouTube takes 30% of the donation. But they count too, because I know not everybody has Cash App. But they do count. It's just YouTube takes 30%. You're welcome. I want to visit all the countries for you and for us. You love the Africa series. Thank you so much. If you want to visit all the countries in the world, it's hard, but you can do it. I can do it. Well, I haven't done it yet. I can't say I've done it yet because I haven't. But I'm working toward it. And we're close. 195 countries. And I have 60 left. Yeah, 195 countries in the world. 60 more countries to go. And 42 of those 60 are in Africa. So my problem right now is, well, problem is the wrong word. My task is to finish Africa. All the countries in Africa. I've got to get them finished. And so that is what I'm doing with my life at this very moment. And nothing else. Literally, that's what I'm doing. So I actually was going to be back in Africa already, like right now, but I'm not back yet. Because I need to fundraise first. Because when I tell you, baby, it is so expensive. So that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. And yeah, I mean, we're going to do it one way or another. It's going to get done. And yesterday I was having a bit of a freak out. And I listened to this girl named Christine Kane. She's so motivational. And she helped me so much. I listened to her podcast yesterday. Let me see. Let me pull it up. I love Christine Kane. And I love her podcast. And it's so funny because yesterday her podcast was called, let me see. Her podcast is called Equip and Empower. And Pull it up. Yeah, I know. Yeah, yesterday her podcast was called When You Feel Like Giving Up. Isn't that funny? Her podcast was titled When You Feel Like Giving Up, How to Keep the Faith. Anyways, I listened to her podcast and it helped me so much. Because yesterday I felt like giving up. Oh, Kiwi! Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for the super chat, girl. Do we have a 10 over here? We don't have that amount on the phone. It was $10. Okay, you know what? We're gonna do the should we do the 15 for that? Because I don't have a $10 amount. I should have had a $10 amount, but I don't have one over here. Should we do 15 for that? It's close to 15, right? You know what? I'm gonna give her a shout out. Shout out to Kiwi. Beam. Woohoo. Thanks, Kiwi girl. We didn't have an amount for that, so I just... Thanks so much. And I love the little super chats. They're so cute. I said good luck. Oh my gosh, that is so sweet. Thank you so much. I love it. Thank you so much, Kiwi. And thank you so much, Tarot. What was it? Tarot? Timeless Tarot by T. I love that name. Thanks, guys, so much. If you are somebody who doesn't know what's going on here, I'm Kiwi gonna make me cry. Thank you, sister. Thank you so much for the support. And we are going to accomplish this goal. We are. It takes a village. You guys are very much a part of that village. And I'm so grateful that you guys care and cheer me on, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to do this. For real. Like, I would have been discouraged and probably psyched myself out, and it wouldn't be as meaningful. So I'm doing this for all of us. And yes, I am going to finish. I'm going to finish Africa this year, and I'm going to finish the whole world next year. Once I finish Africa, it's going to be very easy for me to finish the whole world. Because after I finish Africa, there's only going to be like 20 some countries left for me to visit. Boom. You know, so, and hit the Caribbean. Once I finish Africa and the Caribbean, I'm going to have literally just a few countries left, which will feel amazing. So right now, method, finish Africa. That is what is on my mind the whole day. Not the whole day, but a lot of the day. How are we going to finish the whole continent of Africa? So anyways, that's what I'm fundraising for right now. If any of you wants to help, it's much appreciated. The donation method is via the Cash App. It's in the comments. I pinned my own comment. You can give via that way if you want to. And these are many different donation amounts. And if you donate any one of these amounts, I'm gonna rip down the post-it thing. It's like it's giving Jeopardy, you know. And I'm gonna do whatever is underneath. I have a bunch of different stuff written underneath the post-it notes that I'm gonna do. So, and this is just a bonus sitting out here in outer space, just there, just in case anyone wants to hit that donation amount. Otherwise, Boom. Different amounts. We got 15 going on. We got 25. We got 40. We got a hundo. Just in case anybody wants to go there. And we're going to try and finish this board during this live stream. So, and thank you. I tried to piece this little board together. What do you guys think? I like having a visual. You know? And I was at the doctor's this morning because I thought I broke my thumb, but it turns out it was not broken. Thank you, Lord. I just needed some stitches, and they gave me Advil. But I was okay. I don't like taking medicine, but I was in a lot of pain. But I'm good to go now. I closed my finger in my suitcase. Yeah, I was I'm like, what should I tell the story later? I'm saving the stories. Thank you. Thanks. And yeah, I'm thinking about saying something. I was like, maybe we'll save that topic for tomorrow's vlog. I have a vlog coming tomorrow. I'm talking about some stuff, so because we'll have more time to dive into it in tomorrow's video. Stay tuned. But yeah, I am in Paris at the moment because it's very close to Africa. It's very easy to get a direct flight from here to any of the African countries. I wonder if I'm still blocked. Yes, you're still blocked. Being sarcastic. Yeah, it's very close to, you can get a direct flight from Paris to any of the African countries. Not any, a lot of them. So it's a really good place to be as somebody who's going to head back to Africa. It also is way less expensive. Hi. Yeah, I love your story times and your sit down videos. Always get so inspired. Oh, Kiwi, thank you so much. I actually am going to do a sit down video tomorrow because I'm talking about a topic that I very much am going to save for tomorrow. But thanks so much for saying that. Thanks for listening and taking the time to keep up. It means so much to me. So much. But yeah, my headspace is like right now it's trying to figure out, how does one visit every country in Africa in 1 year? And I feel like I have a plan that is going to work. But, you know, I mean, you don't know until you get started. But I have a plan. I have a plan that I think is going to work very well. And like, some countries are super easy. You know what I mean? Lesotho or Eswatini, Ghana, Ivory Coast, Senegal. These countries are not difficult, but there's some difficult ones in Africa. I mean, Sudan. Although I'm so excited to go there. Lesotho. No, I didn't mean to say Lesotho. Mozambique. These countries are on the more difficult side. Congo. Hi. Pain is weakness leaving the body. Pain is weakness leaving the body. Agreed. I will. I am. I will. I know I have to get them back up running. In the coming days, I will. But pain is a figment of the imagination. Pain is a figment of the imagination. You mean like physical pain? Do you mean physical pain or do you mean like emotional pain? Pain is a figment of the imagination. Both. We just got a donation. Hold up. It's my mother. Oh, Teresa. Thanks, Teresa. We just got a donation amount. The donation was from my mom. Thanks, Mother. It was the 15. Thanks, Mother. Shout out in the chat. Not all of them are shout out in the chat. Just so happens that the three that I pulled are shout out in the chat. Thank you, Mother. My mother donated. Thank you very much. That's kind of funny. If you're just tuning in, we're playing a little Jeopardy donation game. I don't know how it's like Jeopardy, but I'm calling it Jeopardy. Yeah, I'm calling it Jeopardy. I'm calling it the fundraising version, where you can donate. I'm raising money before I head back to Africa. I'm heading back to Africa soon so that I can finish all of the countries there. There are 54 countries in Africa. So my goal is to visit all of them this year. You talking about expensive? Woo! It's expensive. So your girl is fundraising. And I'm doing a game I like to call Donation Jeopardy. Boom! Look at her. So there's all these different donation amounts. You got 25 up here. You're working with 35 right here. We got some hundies right here, give or take. We got some 30, 25, boom, 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 boom. So you can donate any one of these amounts if you want, if you're somebody who wants to donate. Then by all means, we have these different donation amounts. And then I'm going to rip off the post-it note if you donate that amount and do whatever it says underneath. We happen to hit 2 shout outs. So far we did shout out in the chat. And I hope to finish the board in this, and there's something special going on here. If this is a donation amount of 200, it's sitting out in outer space because I'm going to do something special if somebody wants to, something very special, if somebody wants to donate that amount. But regardless, we're playing this game. It's called Donation Jeopardy. Africa, 195 countries to the world. Full steam ahead. Boom. That's the name of this game. You know what I'm saying? So, and yeah, I drew this little board because I love a visual element. So, yeah. And if you want to donate, it's via the Cash App, which is in the comments. I pinned my own comment with my Cash App, which is just my full name. You could donate there. I'll see it, give you a shout out, and pull one of these suckers down. Boom. And yeah, you'll be helping with this goal of me visiting all 195 countries in the world. Boom, you see that number? That's how many countries exist on planet Earth. And my goal is to visit all of them by this time next year. If everything goes to my plan, I will finish around May of 2026. But that's just if everything goes to, as planned. Yeah. So, and I'm doing it all by myself. I prefer to do this all by myself. I don't want anybody doing this with me. Too dangerous. It is too dangerous. And I just feel like I have a momentum that like I just already have like a momentum going. So I don't want to travel with anybody. In the future, yes, but not during this mission of visiting every country in the world. I'm very determined to get this thing done by myself. Yeah, I don't want to get slowed down. I mean, it already almost happened to me. You know what? I just prefer the no drama route. Go alone. Plus, like I said, it can be very dangerous. I don't want to put anyone else in danger. I have a lot of dangerous countries left. You know? I don't want to put somebody else's life in danger. And I don't want somebody like hopping in and out either. You know what I'm saying? Woo! So yeah, that's what your girl's trying to do. I'm going to go to Istanbul tomorrow for 1 week. Any recommendations for food and sightseeing? You're going to Istanbul tomorrow. Wow, okay. I love Istanbul. You're going to love it. Istanbul is so beautiful and so cheap. It's one of those countries where it's really nice, but also really cheap. So food is so cheap. I mean, activities are so cheap. You can be on the water or you can do city life. You have both options. Yeah, there are so many cute little cafes in Istanbul. Like, it's one of those cities where you can just walk. It's similar. It's not like Paris, but it's similar to Paris in the way where you can kind of get lost and you'll just find the cutest little cafes, like in back corners somewhere. The cutest little coffee shops and cafes. Istanbul is one of the major food cities in the world, so the food is just delicious. Food is not gonna be a problem for you. You're not gonna have to like look up places to eat, cause there's so much. Get yourself a what is it called? Like a doner. What is it called? Where they shave the meat and put it in like a full. What is it called? Whatever. Like a kebab or whatever. Oh, it's so good. And try baklava. Baklava comes from there, if I'm not mistaken. Baklava comes from Turkey. Anyways, listen. If you like baklava, I know a place. It's in, well, anyways, it's not like you have to go to a specific place for baklava. There's the baklava that would make you slap your auntie because it's so good. But here's the deal. There's like this food street in Istanbul. I don't know the name of it, but it's very popular. Oh my gosh, the food is so good. What's the name of that street? You'll know. Just ask the hotel whenever you go there. Tell them what's the famous food street, because it's like one street with all this street food on it. It's so good. I would say also, it's not called a gyro in Turkey. Also, did you know that coffee started in Istanbul? The first coffee shop ever was in Istanbul. If you're into coffee, Istanbul is one of the best places to get it. Now, where did coffee originate? In Ethiopia. But the first coffee shop where it started to be sold as like a thing started in Istanbul, Turkey. So like it's like where coffee began. So if you're into coffee, I don't like coffee, but if you're into coffee, it's like one of the best coffee cities in the entire world. And there's so many amazing coffee shops. So I don't know if you're a coffee drinker, but if you are, you're going to have some of the best coffee in the world. You can have Turkish coffee, or you can just have regular coffee. Yeah. Istanbul is a vibe. And like I said, very inexpensive to travel. So, but it's not like, it doesn't, like, it's nice and inexpensive at the same time. So it's like, it's nice, it's a treat. But I would say be careful, because in Turkey they can be a little annoying with the tourists. You know, a lot of tourist haggling, you know. So I would say that's the only thing. And like sometimes the taxis, when they see that you're a tourist, they will specifically charge you like 10 times what the actual price is. But if you don't have a problem with that, then I guess it's no problem. Yeah, the taxis are, oh my gosh, they'll drive you mad. And like sometimes they won't even pick you up. Like when they see that you're a tourist, they only want to take you far. So like say you're in the middle of the city and you just want to get back to your hotel, and let's say the drive is 15 minutes, they won't even take you. It's so annoying. They only want to take you like 40 minutes. So there's one time in Turkey where I was stranded. I couldn't get a taxi because every taxi is like, no. They'll wind down the window and be like, where you're going. Once you tell them and they see it's only like 15 minutes, they're like, no, 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 no. No, I'll take you to the airport. You're like, I'm not going to the airport. They're like, no, I don't want it. They only want to take you somewhere really far so that they can make a lot of money and they can really overcharge you, you know? So there were several times, like there was one time I went to get my nails done because it's so cheap in Turkey, like getting your nails done. And like I was at the nail salon trying to get back to my hotel. Like it wasn't a walkable distance from the nail salon to my hotel. Would have taken me, I don't know, maybe an hour to walk. So I'm trying to get a taxi. Maybe 20 taxis came, but the second I said where I'm going, no, 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 no. Mm-mm. I'll take you to the airport. I didn't say I'm not going to the airport. So that is the one annoying part. As soon as they see you're a tourist, they want a lot of money. So they're going to try anything to get a lot of money from you. So that is the annoying part of Istanbul. It's actually super annoying. But other than that, Istanbul is a vibe. You're going to be eating so much good food. Hair products. There's really good hair products in Turkey. At the beauty supply stores, they have really good oils and stuff like that. And so, yeah. Yeah, there's, Istanbul is really cool. And there's going to be a lot of cool stuff you can purchase, like really cool souvenirs. Yeah, it's a vibe. That's exciting. Really exciting. And a lot of people go there for beauty procedures because they're so cheap. Like a lot of people will go to Turkey to get veneers, get their teeth done, get hair transplant, get a facelift because like it's so cheap that a lot of people are doing those kind of things. But yeah, if once you're on an airplane to go to Turkey or coming home, literally like 70% of the plane are men with the hair transplant. I'm serious. Like as soon as you land in the airport, all you see is men walking around with like bloody scalps. It's disgusting. Like everyone has a bloody scalp in the airport in Turkey because all the men are flying there to get the hair transplant. When they start balding, you can go there and get a hair transplant for like $200-$300. But it leaves your scalp bloody, and you can't put a hat on for like a month. So like all you see is the men walking around with like bloody scalps, like. But I'm not judging. I'm not judging. Yeah, you saw the men during. Yeah. As soon as you get to the airport, it's like all of the men have the bloody scalps. Like, it's disgusting. But I'm not judging, you know. Whatever they need to do. Whatever they need to do. Hey, if you're getting older and you're going bald and you want to go to Turkey get a hair transplant, do it. Who cares what other people think? And like I said, like, there's so many men walking around in Turkey with the bloody scalp because they went there to get the hair transplant. And it works. I mean, I think it works. They like take plasma from your blood and they like, I don't know what they do. But it's for men that are like going bald, like, you know, like, and it makes your hair regrow. So when you're walking around Turkey, all you see everywhere is men with the bloody scalps. Because the thing about the hair transplant is you can't put a hat on for like 3 weeks, you know? So it's kind of nothing you can do about it. You kind of just have to let your scalp hang out. And it's very obvious to everyone. Oh, hi! From Phoenix! Oh, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much. And Kenya vlogs very soon. Although I've been there before, but I will be back. Yeah, that works too. That works too, but how many men are gonna be putting rosemary oil in their hair and like, I mean, I guess, but I just feel like a lot of men, they're not that dedicated to like a beauty routine. So I feel like for them at least, yeah, a lot of men, just shade. Yeah, I'm sorry. A lot of men, I feel like, aren't we're a woman, we will every night be in the mirror putting oils in our hair, doing the whole beauty routine. A lot of guys don't do that, you know? Like, a lot of guys don't want to be doing a whole scalp massage with rosemary oil and researching oils online. So like, I feel like a lot of guys get the hair transplant because they just don't have it in them to be doing a whole beauty routine every day. Your homeboy was cured of baldness by his wife with coconut milk. With coconut milk. Interesting. A lot of botched BBL surgeries in Turkey. But anyways, some men can keep a beauty routine, but I feel like a lot of them can't. Like, they don't have the dedication that women do to like beauty rituals. You know. And by the way, if you guys are just tuning in, we're fundraising today. I'm heading back to Africa. Literally, I'll be back in Africa within 2 weeks, fingers crossed. I am raising money before I head back because my goal is to finish the entire continent this year. I want to finish Africa this year, the whole continent. So it is expensive, as you probably would guess, to visit the entire continent of Africa. So I'm fundraising. If you want to donate, I've got all these. We're playing Donation Jeopardy. That's what I called it. Yeah, and can you hit the like button, you guys? It helps a lot. But yeah, so I have all these different donation amounts, and if you want to donate, you can donate any one of these amounts or any amount. And if you donate that amount, like there's 25, 35, 30, 40, whatever. If you donate that amount, I'll give you a shout out and I'll pull the post-it up and do whatever it says underneath. I've got a lot of cool stuff underneath. So if you want to donate, you'll be helping me with this goal of visiting all the countries in the world, and the donation method is via the Cash App is in the comments. My Cash App is pinned in the comments. I pinned it. You can look at the comment. It's my name, my Cash App name, and then I'll thank you live here on the live stream, and I hope that we can finish this whole board in this live, and you'll be helping me get back to Africa and finish all of the African countries this year. Every single country in Africa. There are 54 countries in Africa. I'm trying to get to all of them this year. So, what do you use to slick your hair back? Okay. I use a leave-in conditioner too. I don't use anything to slick my hair back. I just do my hair and slick it back. You know what I'm saying? If that makes sense. I love the Shea Moisture. It's called, it's in the bathroom. I love the Shea Moisture Jamaican Black Castor Oil Leave-In Conditioner. That is my jam. So I have purchased about 16 of those because I never want to run out when I'm on my travels. It's literally the only thing I use. The Jamaican Black Castor Oil Leave-In Conditioner from Shea Moisture. I put that in my hair and just, really that's it. If I can get my hands on it, I can't always get my hands on it. When I can, I love the Camille Rose leave-in conditioner and the Camille Rose curly hair gel. But it's like I can never find it, but if I can find it, I love those two products. Oh, what's your question? Yeah. Castor oil works too. I'm not going to take a break, no. No, I explained in the beginning of this live that I was having a girl breakdown. Oh, see you later. Can we call it a girl breakdown? I feel like girls should have a pass to have a breakdown at least 3 times a year. That was one of them. I had a little girl breakdown yesterday, but I'm okay. You know, girls, we have a free pass to just lose our minds at least 3 times a year. So give me a pass. I definitely had one of those days yesterday. I was losing my marbles. I can't do this. It's too hard. It's too expensive. It's too lonely. But I'm good. I woke up. I had to look in the mirror and be like, what the crap, Maryjane? I'm good to go, baby. And I'm glad I released, you know, I got that out. And I'm glad that I share with you guys how difficult this is. Like, I don't want to sit here and pretend like, oh, this is so cute. Me trying to visit every country in the world. The heck it's not. It's hard. How many kids do you have? I don't have kids. You think I could have kids and be traveling full time? I don't have any kids. You send Jamaican black castor oil to your lady friend for her hair and she drank it. You know what? I'm absolutely done. I am absolutely. You were like. bottle is thick. She drank it. Yo, you guys, today I bought this cacao powder. Should I go get it? I'm obsessed. Do you guys know how healthy cacao is for you? And it was cheap. It wasn't cheap. It was like 10 euros. But raw cacao powder is like the healthiest thing you could drink. What I do... Okay, should I get it? Hold on. Let me grab it. Hold on. Let me grab it. Okay, hold on. I'm coming. She's back. All right, here we go. I got... Do you prefer Cash App? I prefer Cash App because I get 100% of the donation. Cash App, whatever you send, I get 100% of it. Super Chat, YouTube takes 30% of all the Super Chats. So I prefer Cash App if you're going to donate. And thank you so much. But yeah, it was 10 euros. It's, you're not getting notified. Oh no, I'm sorry. Well, I'm glad you tuned in. Yeah, this is the cacao powder I got today. If you don't know about cacao powder, it's one of the healthiest. Let me break it down. Let me ask ChatGPT to break it down for you so that you can know how healthy cacao powder is. It's so healthy for you. Raw cacao powder, meaning that they don't roast the beans. And this one is produced and made in Paris, which is good because you want to make sure you're getting a high quality one. So, yeah, my virtual assistant, ChatGPT. Raw cacao powder is packed with nutrients. It offers notable health benefits. One of the healthiest things you can consume on planet Earth. Raw cacao is one of the healthiest things you can consume on planet Earth. It is packed full of flavonoids, which helps brain function, improves blood flow to your brain. It improves blood flow to your brain. It enhances memory, focus, and cognitive function. It prevents Alzheimer's and mental fatigue. It supports heart health. Flavonoids is what is in here, flavonoids. Help lower blood pressure and improve your blood circulation, which also promotes a better mood. Drinking this literally makes your mood better, which is like, that's like the whole idea that chocolate like makes you feel better, you know? Like if you're going through a breakup, you want to eat chocolate. It's like there's a reason for that. It's like chocolate literally makes you feel better. It lowers cholesterol. It's anti-inflammatory. It improves your mood from phenylethylamine, known as the love chemical, which supports mood, focus, and even libido. If you want to have some sexy time with your husband or wife, get you some cacao powder. It gets, you know, the juices. It has anandamide, which is called the bliss molecule. It's a natural compound found in cacao that promotes feelings and happiness, serotonin, dopamine, and the love. Basically, if you know what I'm saying. For married people. For the married people. We're not there yet. I mean, I'm not there yet. It is rich in natural sources of antioxidants. More antioxidants than blueberries and green tea combined. It helps fight free radicals in the body and prevents premature aging. It kills zombie cells. Zombie cells are the things that give you wrinkles and zombie cells are the things that make you age, right? So it helps your skin have elasticity, prevents wrinkles, can reverse aging. It's called raw cacao. You just want to look for 100% raw cacao wherever you can find it. It helps muscle and nerve recovery, so you should drink it after you leave the gym. Promotes energy. immune support, stress reducer. Here are some ways you can take raw cacao. You can mix it in a smoothie, you can mix it in oatmeal, you can mix it with yogurt, you can make energy balls, you can mix it with coconut oil and oats and make little energy balls. You can take it straight, you can just add hot water and take it as a shot. That's what I've been doing. I like in the morning, I just take a little hot water, put 2 tablespoons of the cacao, take it like a shot. Boom. But yeah, if you can find 100% raw cacao, make sure it's raw cacao. It's not necessarily sweet, you know. Yeah, you can add it to your coffee. Absolutely. Absolutely, you can add it to your coffee. And it's just like cacao powder. And if you really don't like, it's a little bitter, but for me, it's nothing bad, you know. But if you're somebody who like doesn't like the bitterness, you can add a little honey to it because it's not sweet. You know what I'm saying? They didn't add sugar, so. But if you want the health benefits, I would suggest just taking it straight, like, you know what I'm saying? This is from a brand called Raw here in Paris, where they make it in the store. Is it like chocolate? No, it is chocolate. This is just cacao beans ground up. It's not like chocolate. It is chocolate. Just ground up. Yeah. It's one of the healthiest things you could take. Yeah, it's insane healthy. So, adding it to a smoothie, I think that would... Hi from Paris. Hey, we're in the same city. We're in the same city. Yeah. This one that I got is made in the store. Like, it's super fresh. It even has an expiration date, which I love to see. That means it's like really good stuff. But this one is good for like a month. But I'll finish it within a month. And so every day on an empty stomach, I just take it like a shot. I mix it with hot water, but I also mix it into yogurt, which is also really good. But it's just so ridiculously healthy for you. You'll start to see your skin change. You'll have more energy. It gives you like this really calm excitement, but calm, you know. You won't be over the... It's really good. What I'm saying is one of the healthiest things that... Do you guys know a man named Brian Johnson? He's trying to live forever. There's a man named Brian Johnson. He's like a billionaire and he's trying to live forever, which is wild. I mean, but sometimes I tune into his videos. Sometimes he's too out there, he's too crazy, and I don't listen to his videos, but sometimes because he has really good health advice, he also says that. He does the most research on like longevity and how to live forever because he literally wants to live forever. He doesn't want to die. And he said that chocolate, raw cacao, is one of the healthiest things that... And he sells his own brand of raw cacao. But he says all the time, it's like, yeah, there's a documentary on Netflix about him. Yeah, that's who I'm talking about. He takes raw cacao powder as soon as he wakes up every day. He himself says it's like one of the healthiest things a human can take. But not chocolate. Raw, like it is chocolate, but it's not like sugary hot chocolate. That's something different. This is raw cacao powder. Undutched, non-roasted, and organic. Yeah, the ginger beer was so good. But yeah, if you're a health nut like me, like, these things excite me a lot. And yeah, it's one of those things that you instantly feel how healthy it is when you take it. You feel it, like, you feel healthy. Another thing I do in the morning, as soon as I wake up, is I take a shot of olive oil. I literally take a shot like that and I chase it with water. Olive oil is also extremely good for your health. Cardiovascular health, glowy skin, thick shiny hair, olive oil. Every morning on an empty stomach. Listen, the first thing that you eat in the morning is so ridiculously important. That's like when everything goes straight to the dome. When you wake up, all the first things that you put in your body when you wake up go like straight to, they go straight to work. They go straight to business. So that's why the chocolate should be taken in the morning. The olive oil, all the healthy stuff you're going to do should be done in the morning because, of course, water should be the first thing. Yo, my pops be spending like $70 on olive oil. I'm like, chill, you're going to spend too much. Listen, if you're going to spend $70 on something for health reasons, olive oil would be a good thing to do that with because not all olive oils are healthy. I would say you really have to pay attention to the olive oil you're buying, It's got to be in a dark glass bottle. Shouldn't be in plastic. It's got to be single origin from a good country. So I would say your pops is onto something. He might be living to 100 or 120. Olive oil is the shizness. If I gotta start talking. If you don't know what's going on in this live stream, hello guys. You see, we're doing Jeopardy. We're doing donation Jeopardy. My goal is to head back to Africa in the coming weeks, hopefully in 2 weeks. I'm fundraising a ton, to try to raise as much as I can for my goal of visiting all the countries on planet Earth. I'm not quitting. She ain't quitting. And so, yeah, I'm fundraising. So there are all these different donation amounts. And if you want to donate, that it would be so appreciated. And every little bit helps. You can donate anything, even if it's $5. But if it's one of these amounts, I'll give you a shout out. And we're going to play the donation game where I rip off the post-it note and I do what it says underneath. I wrote different things down underneath each post-it note, so it's like a fun way to interact. Maybe I'll give you travel advice or whatever the case may be. And I will prioritize if you have a question. I will prioritize your question and give you a shout out. And so, yeah, we've got all these different amounts, and I hope we can finish the board by the end of the live. And the donation method is via the Cash App. In the comment section, I pinned it. And yeah, that's what we're trying to do. I'm not quitting, despite if you guys watched my video yesterday. She's not quitting. I told you. Girls are allowed to have a breakdown. At least girls are allowed to have a breakdown 3 times a year. I made that up, but I'm sticking to it. So that was one of my meltdowns. Like, it's all right. I was having a little bit of a meltdown. Maybe there was a full moon. Could have been the seed oils. I don't know. But it's just like, I'm good to go now. I'm good to go. Had to release it, so I'm not ashamed of that meltdown. It's okay. So that's what we're doing. You'd be scared to sleep in that remote tribe. I also was afraid. I was so afraid because like there was no lights. Only my phone. My phone was the only light. And although I wanted to save the battery because there was nothing to charge my phone, I literally was like trying to use my phone as a source of light. I've never been in that kind of darkness before in my life. I've never experienced that level of darkness. Never. The only lights were the stars. And then all you see is these eyeballs looking at you, which freaked me the heck out. If you don't know what she's talking about, I slept at the Hammer Tribe when I was in Ethiopia. We slept overnight with the Hammer Tribe. Oh my gosh, you're talking about scary. I was terrified just sleeping outside with the tribes. And my friend, well, he wasn't really my friend, but my guide said to me, "You know, the Hammer tribe, they eat humans." He was trying to scare me. And so I just couldn't sleep all night. I'm like, "Do they really eat humans?" And he's like, "They'll eat you if you get on their nerves." And I was so scared. And I'm just laying in the little hut, and I see these little eyeballs looking at me. And I didn't know if they were human eyeballs because there's animals out there. And I'm like, "Is that a human looking at me?" It freaked me out. And they said that there was pythons that were like 7 feet long. He's like, "If you see a python, don't move." I'm like, "What do you mean if you see a python, don't move?" There's these giant pythons in Ethiopia, in southern Ethiopia. So I was scared. I literally slept like, but the thing the thing that helped me, this is so funny. So I'm sleeping with the Hammer tribe. I'm in the tribe. I'm sleeping in one of the huts with one of the families, and I'm so scared. I need something to calm me down. And I had my iPad with me, and my iPad was like fully charged. And like I have Princess Diaries downloaded on my iPad. Like it's downloaded on my iPad, so I could have, even though there was no Wi-Fi, I could still watch it. And I literally low-key put on Princess Diaries when I'm with the tribes. I just turned the volume off though, but just seeing, the screen helped me relax. They're probably looking at me like, "What is she doing over there? And why is she playing some little movie?" Nobody paid attention to me. Everybody was asleep. I hope they were asleep. And like I said, the volume was off. Just, you know, it's just kind of like my comfort movie. It helped. It really did. It helped me calm down. Especially because like it started to rain really, really badly. Like it started to rain hard. And like when it started to rain, all these bugs came into the hut, and like I thought I was going to lose my mind. Like the bugs, I guess, were trying to find shelter. And so all these bugs came into the hut, and I was just losing my marbles. Like these bugs the size like this big, moths, and I don't even know, I never seen those kind of bugs before in my life, so I don't even know what they're called. But they came rushing into the hut when it started raining really badly. So, and there's nowhere to go. Like, where's I supposed to go? You're in a hut sleeping on the ground. Well, actually, we were sleeping on a cowhide. But yeah, it was just scary. So I didn't sleep very much. And I was calling on Jesus, reciting Psalms 91. And the tribes couldn't care less sleeping with the bugs. They didn't care at all. They didn't even care about all the flies. Like, one thing that really annoyed me being in the tribes, you can kind of see it in the videos, there's flies constantly. Like, on everything. Like, there's flies on your face, there's flies on your neck, there's flies on your clothes, there's flies on your arms. Constantly. And, like, the whole time I'm, like, doing this when I'm with the tribes, and they didn't care. Like, they're so used to it. They just let the flies be on them. It was hard. At least I don't have to do that again. Maybe one day I will do it again. I will visit more tribes though. I'm gonna visit a lot more tribes this year. I'm gonna go to the Hadza tribe. I'm gonna go to the Masai Mara tribe. I'm gonna visit the Fulani tribe this year. I'm gonna visit again the Khoisan tribe, but a different Khoisan tribe. I'm gonna visit the Zulu tribe. So I got a lot more tribes ahead of me. So we're gonna have to deal with we're gonna have to deal with it. Yeah, it's tribe life, baby. But it was a humbling experience because it made me realize how it was a humbling experience because it made me realize how touchy-feely we are in the modern world. In the Western world, we're so touchy-feely. There's so many things that affect us. Like these tribal people, nothing affects them. Like they're so stable, you know? Like it started pouring rain, all these bugs are flying all over the place. They're just like pythons the size of humans. They're just like nothing phases those tribal people. You know what I'm saying? They have no Wi-Fi. They see the same people every single day. They have the same menu every day. There's no like menu. They don't wake up and they're like, "What should I eat today?" Like it's the same food every day, either goat, cow, or lamb. So it just shows you like, wow, we have become so, what's the word? Dependent or fragile in the Western world. We need so many things to keep us happy. Different food options, so much entertainment. Um, I don't know, options that they just can't even imagine. So yeah, it made me realize that, which is something I learned from the tribal people. All they eat is meat. They're either gonna kill a goat or they're gonna kill a cow and eat it, or a sheep. Mostly goat or cow. That's what's on the menu every day. We just got a donation. Oh my word, it was a big dude. It was a big donation. Hold on. Philip! Philip, thank you so much, brother. And you said thank you for sharing your travels. You're gonna make me cry. Philip, thank you, brother. Thank you so much. Philip, shout out. Philip! Thank you, brother. Philip donated $70. Come on, somebody. We are going to, so I took our little game. We got a little game going on. So underneath here, I'm going to recommend you 5 places that you should travel. Okay. I don't know where you've been so far in the world, but I'm going to tell you 5 places that I highly recommend you travel if you ever get around to it, if you ever want to. Okay. So these are 5 of my favorite places that I think you should travel. 1, I think you should travel to Japan. Where in Japan? Kyoto or Osaka, and a little time in Tokyo. Tokyo is the worst city in Japan. There's so much more beauty to Japan. Japan is so inexpensive. It's so affordable. It's so cheap to travel. There's amazing food. It's very diverse. They will be so nice to you no matter what skin color you are, what age you are, what gender you are. Japanese people are just nice and welcoming. So you'll be so comfortable there. The food is delicious. You probably, if you've seen any of my videos, I love Japan. So yeah, and the food, that's like one of the biggest things you will not want to go home. Another place I think you should travel is, hold on. My mind is going. I think you should go to, hold on, Peru. Peru is absolutely gorgeous. They have amazing food and the people are so sweet. Peruvian people are so sweet. The food is delicious. The only thing with Peru, though, is most people get sick. You get altitude sickness. It happened to me. It kind of sucks. You feel drugged. You feel like somebody drugged you because Peruvian is so high above sea level that when you travel there, it usually takes about 24 hours and you start to get altitude sickness and it feels like somebody has drugged you. Like, that's the only part I don't like about Peru. Yes, I hiked the mountain in Peru. I was with my brother and both of us were on the verge of like throwing up. Like, it's like when you have altitude sickness, it feels literally like somebody has drugged you. So when we were climbing the mountain, we had no idea it would make it worse. Both of us threw up like 3 or 4 times. I had to hold my brother in my arms, and he's big. He's taller than me. And even though he's my little brother, he's way bigger than me and way taller than me. I had to hold him because he couldn't even hold his own body weight up. But if you can deal with the altitude sickness, it is a beautiful country. I mean, the country is just gorgeous. And there's so much nature to see, and the food is delicious. They have llama burgers there if you want to try llama burgers. But they also have more regular food. And like I said, the people are sweet as honey. They're very welcoming. And you can see Machu Picchu. And their city life is still gorgeous. They have these little alpacas that walk around. There's little alpacas that are the size of like chihuahuas. They're so cute. Peru is amazing too. That's the second place I recommend you travel. The third place I recommend you travel is Belize. Belize, not far from Peru, is also a very beautiful country, and I've had some of the best food I've ever had in my life in Belize. The food is delicious. Oh, ooh, I'm thinking about it right now. Come on. Another place I think you should, and Belize has a bunch of different little islands to go to, so it's really fun. Another place I think you should travel to is, if you are in for a long flight, you should go to Shanghai, China. That is a city I lived in. That's a city that made me a traveler. It's beautiful. People are kind. People are welcoming. They're nice. Delicious food. There's city life. There's countryside. The food, like, it's another food city. Shanghai, the real Chinese food. They don't have that kind of Chinese food in the United States. It's delicious. And they'll be very nice to you. Don't listen to anybody that say you've been to Shanghai. Shanghai is my freaking city. I love that city so much. I was there last year, and I remember I was in my hotel just looking at the skyline, and I just started crying because of how much I love that city. It's the first place I've ever traveled in my life. It's the city that turned me into a traveler. It's where I started my YouTube channel. That city is so special to me, and I just feel like you should visit Shanghai because it's just one of those cities that there's nothing like Shanghai in the world. Shanghai is, there's nothing like it. It's beautiful. And it's not super expensive and very clean, and people are nice. Don't listen to anybody tells you they're racist. No, they're not. Cut it out. No, they're not. Okay, next place. That's 4 places. The last place I recommend you travel is, hold on, let me think here. I think you should go to Switzerland. Now, let me add some part here. It's expensive. Switzerland is so expensive. But if you budget and you save, you can do it. But just be prepared. But Switzerland is probably the most visually beautiful place I've ever been to in my life. It looks like a movie scene. Like, you're looking like, am I looking at the real earth, or is this some kind of set on some movie? It's beautiful. The trains, it's got all kinds of nature. The food is not that tasty, in my opinion. Sorry. But if you can get over the food that's gross, everything is delicious. The Swiss food is disgusting. I'm sorry if you're Swiss and you're watching this, but that food is gross. Just go to the grocery store and get, like, make your own food. If you can get over the food, the country's beautiful. But they do have good chocolate. That's the thing that is good. You can go to the chocolate factory in Switzerland where chocolate was invented. The chocolate's good. Food, the rest of the food, no. You can pack your own food. But the country's beautiful, and so those are 5 places I recommend that you travel. Whether it's this year or in 10 years. And thank you so much for your donation. Shout out to Philip. He's a real MVP. Let me put Philip in the comments one time for the one time. Shout out Philip. Shout out Philip. Yay. Boom. I saw your Swiss videos and the scenery was great. Yeah, Switzerland is absolutely, it lives up to the hype. It's beautiful. It's a pretty penny, but it's beautiful. So, yeah, and I think if you're going there by yourself, I mean, if you want to go there with somebody else, whatever, but you know what I'm saying. For me, it wasn't that deep because I wasn't doing a whole lot, but it still was expensive. One bottle of water is like €4. That's crazy, which is like $5-6 US. Anyways, if you plan it correctly, I think you can have a lot of fun there. Yeah. Shout out Philip. And thank you guys. But yeah, Switzerland is a place I gotta get back to, especially in the wintertime. In the wintertime. I mean, in the summer it's beautiful too, but there's a certain magic. There's a certain magic that Switzerland has that is just insane in the wintertime. Write down this city, Gstaad. 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 Gstaad, Switzerland. Beautiful. Fun fact, I saw Leonardo DiCaprio in Gstaad, Switzerland, just casually eating at a restaurant. It was the weirdest thing in the world. And nobody was bothering him. And I literally said, I'm sorry, is that not Leonardo DiCaprio? And literally everyone with me, I was like sitting at a table eating with people. They were all Swiss. They're like, yeah, he comes here a lot. I'm like, oh, okay. And they're like, part of the reason he comes here is to be left alone. I was like, oh, okay. I wasn't thinking about going up to him or anything, but apparently he goes to Switzerland, Gstaad, specifically Gstaad, Switzerland, all the time, and nobody bothers him. They all know who he is, and nobody messes with him, and he minds his own business, and he has a house there. But he was just casually eating, just wearing regular clothes. In Gstaad. Gstaad is beautiful. Beautiful. Oh. But yeah, like I said, the food is gross. They eat a lot of beef tartare. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, I'm not. And a lot of thick cheese and like thick soup dishes. I don't like it. It's not my gig. I love beef, but not how they do it. They need my recipe. But in the meantime, how many things we got left? 1, 2, 3. We're moving along, guys, right? If you're just tuning in, I'm fundraising before I head back to Africa. I'm fundraising for this goal of me visiting all the countries in the world. If you'd like to help, it would be so appreciated. And we're playing Donation Jeopardy. That's what I call it, even though that doesn't really make a lot of sense because it's not like, well, it is like Jeopardy. Where you can donate any one of these amounts and I will give you a shout out and rip down the post-it and do whatever it says underneath. And we've got 26 left. What? 26? Something like that. I think we can finish this chart. There's all these different donation amounts, and you can. The donation method is via the Cash App. I pinned it in the comments. My Cash App. The best donation method, because I get 100% of the donation. And then I hope we can finish this board during the live. There's 20. I'm trying to do math here. There's 25 cards left, so. And out here in outer space, we got something going on over here. A crazy donation amount. If anybody wants to hit that, I'm going to do something very special for that person. But in the meantime, yeah. And every donation helps. It all helps. It is towards another flight, another visa that is associated with me trying to visit all the countries in Africa this year. There are 54 countries in Africa. My goal is to finish the entire continent this year. Did I quit? No, I did not quit. So, will I quit? Absolutely not. I'm not quitting. I'm not quitting. And so that's what we're doing, baby. That's what we're doing, baby, 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 baby. I'm visiting every single freaking country in Africa this year. And when we're done, I will be so dangerously close to finishing all 195 countries in the world. And I feel like when I'm done visiting all 195 countries in the world, there are going to be so many of you guys that go out and do cool things, because it's like, if Maryjane from New Jersey could visit all 195 countries in the world, you can do whatever you want to do, because I'm telling you, there ain't nothing that special about me. So I hope that this dream ricochets, this goal I'm setting out to do, I hope it has a ripple effect with the people who watch me. I really do. Where maybe you won't set out on a mission to visit every country in the world, but you can go do something that you don't know anybody else has done. Because if I can do this, you guys can do anything too. Because when I'm telling you I'm the most unqualified, I will not be going back to Jersey. I'll tell you that right now. That's one thing I can rule out. But I really do hope my channel has a ricochet effect for the people who watch me. For real, for real. Because you'll be like, oh, she can do that? Well, I can do blah, blah, blah. And it's true. It is absolutely true. Absolutely true. So yeah, there have been 251 people who've ever visited every country in the world. Like for what, pigeons? You are a comedian. You are just so funny. You said for what, pigeons and gray skies? Stop it! You're too funny. I'm not hating on New Jersey. I'm not hating on it. It's just like, why would I go back there? After, like, I've got a lot of goals. For example, when I'm done visiting every country in the world, I need to publish my books. I've written like 6.5 books. I'm working on a book right now, so I'm like, do I count it? And Alpine, New Jersey. Woohoo! I'm not hating on New Jersey. I think New Jersey is a nice place. It's just not where I'm headed, you know. But it's a nice place. I'm not hating on New Jersey at all. It's beautiful. I think it's a beautiful place to live and a beautiful place to grow up. I'm just not headed there. You know what I mean? But I'm publishing my books when I'm done. I'm also going to restart my beauty line, my hair care products, skincare products, which I love to make and want to jump back into that. I'm still going to travel. I'm not stopping the YouTube channel. I'm still going to travel. And marriage. Sorry, did I scare you? Sorry. But yeah, that's what we're going to do. That's what we're going to do. I will be dishing that out very soon. Not very soon, actually. After the mission is done. 100%. We're going back into it full throttle. And my books, yeah, I have to publish my books and yeah, all that kind of stuff. But right now, everything is about me finishing this goal. Like, everything I'm doing is about me finishing this goal because it takes that kind of energy. It takes extreme dedication. So that's what's going on. That's what's going on. So, and then hopefully there's like a couple countries that you guys would never have considered going to that you go to, because you might see me go there. Because if you notice, like, everyone goes to the same places. It's like corny. Everyone goes to the same places when they go on vacation. Everyone goes to like Rome or Jamaica. There's no hate against Jamaica. It's just like, you know, everyone goes to Jamaica or Rome or New York or Dubai. Blah, boring. I'm not hating on those places. I'm just saying there's 195 countries out here, and yo, everyone's going to the same old places. Oh, hi. Like, can we switch it up a little bit? So when you go back to work, your coworkers are like, "Oh, where did you go on vacation?" And you're like, Chengdu," and they're like, "What?" Or you're like, "Afghanistan." Can you imagine your coworkers if you go on vacation and you come back and you're like, your coworkers like, "Oh, where did you go on vacation?" You're like, "I went to Afghanistan." They wouldn't even believe you. They'd be like, "Excuse me?" You'd be like, "Oh, I watched this girl on YouTube and she inspired me to go to Afghanistan." Look, I recommend it. I recommend it to everyone. I sure do. Take yourself on a little vacation to Afghanistan and have a story when you go back to work. Your coworkers will not freaking believe it. They'll be like, "Excuse me?" They won't even believe you. That's why you have to have good evidence. Take a lot of pictures, take a lot of videos. They'd be like, "What the heck enticed you to go to Afghanistan, you crazy person?" "Oh, I watched this girl on YouTube. She said it was nice." It is nice. It's beautiful. And I've been to Afghanistan 4 times. The last time I went to Afghanistan, I literally started crying because we were headed down from the mountains and there was like a bus going up the mountain. And when we drove past, they started beeping at us. And we got out of the car and it was a group full of travelers. Like, there was maybe like, actually, it's in my vlog if you watch my most recent Afghanistan vlogs. There was a group of like 18 people traveling, and they all said that they went because of me. They're like, "You're the reason we came here." I was like crying. It was like a group of like 18 different travelers. They're like, "We literally came here because of your videos." And I was like, "How is it?" They're like, "We love it here." Like, they were having such a good time. And I was like bawling my eyes out, crying. I was like, "There's no way that you literally booked a trip to Afghanistan because of me." They're like, "No, we did." And they said they were on like a 6-day trip and they were loving it so far. They said they were loving the whole thing. I'm like, I'm so happy. Because Afghanistan is freaking beautiful and very safe. And the people are very kind. And it's very affordable. And there's nice places to stay. There's 5-star hotels. It's a vibe. But you don't have to go there if you don't want to. That's the thing. There's so many people who say, "Maryjane, I would never go to Afghanistan." That's fine. You don't have to go. You know what I'm saying? That's totally fine if you don't want to go. I'm just saying, for the people who are a little bit adventurous, it'll change your life because you'll have a new perspective on life too, because you'll start to go. That's why I recommend Afghanistan to some people, because I'm like, your mind will change. You'll start to see the world differently. You'll be like, So what everyone says isn't true? Like, that's the thing, you know what I mean? That's the thing that that inspired me to go on this goal of visiting every country in the world. I started to travel and do things instead of getting all of my information from the internet. And I was like, oh my gosh, how can reality be completely different from the news? It doesn't make any sense. How come people are so nice and everyone says people are so mean? How can this be so beautiful and nobody talks about it? Just getting home from work. Hi. Oh, hi. Thanks for tuning in, even though you just got off of work. Thanks so much. I know a lot of you guys are working or getting off of work, blah, 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 blah. So thanks so much for tuning in. I appreciate it. Oh, I appreciate it so much. Let me check the battery. We're good. We're good. We're just over here chit-chatting about, oh boy, about the world. Have you guys been to Paris or thought about going to Paris? And what do you think about it? I feel like everyone has like a different opinion about Paris. They're either like, oh, it's overrated, or they're like, oh, like it's too fancy for me or something, which I don't agree with either of those opinions. Paris is a vibe, and the fancy side of Paris is not the main side of Paris. Paris is really rustic and urban and like cool. The fanciness that is associated with Paris is like such a small part of Paris. Paris has a lot of character, and most people here are not rich. So I don't know, either people have that opinion about it, or they're just like, oh, it's just overrated city. What do you guys think? Have you been here? Somebody earlier in the chat said that they were in Paris. Hmm? You guys here? Guys. No. Are you going back to America? What does that mean? Am I going back to America? What do you mean by that? I was just there. What do you mean, am I going back to America? Like, permanently? I was just in America. Just a few months ago. You never been. And do you have any interest? I just don't know what I'm supposed to be. No, I'm not going home to take a break. No. And if I were to take a break, it would be in Japan, not in America. But I'm not taking a break. Maybe I need to make a YouTube video about this. That's what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to clarify that I am not taking a break. I need to update people on that. Hi. No break. No break. I'm going to do a video tomorrow updating people on that. Those you got it in there. Yeah. No break. We are. I explained kind of in the beginning of this live stream. I know not everybody was here, but I explained I was having like a mental breakdown. Is that okay to say? Yeah, like girls can have those. And I was like, this is so hard. This is so expensive. And then I got myself back up. I looked in the mirror and I'm like, Miss Girl, get your act together. And I got my act together. And I said in the live, like, girls should be allowed, I'm making this up, girls should be allowed to have like a meltdown like 3 times a year. So that's what was going on. It was a meltdown. This is so hard. But I'm okay now. I drank some water, got some good sleep, and I'm good to go, baby. Good to go. And that's why that brings me to this point that we are fundraising, because I am headed back to Africa literally in weeks, not in days. In weeks, like 2. I'll be heading back to finish the whole continent. I'm not taking a break. I'm finishing the entire continent of Africa, but I'm fundraising a ton before I do. Sure am. You can go back to America, but I'm not going back there. But if you want to go, then you can. If that's what you want to do. But me, no. I don't even have a home there. Where would I go? I'd have to stay at a hotel somewhere. You know what I'm saying? No, what I said was to continue the mission would be extremely expensive, and I was getting discouraged. But as I'm explaining right now, I ain't stopping. Nope. You can go wherever you want to go, but I am going back to Africa to finish the entire continent. If you want to go to America, you want to go wherever you want to go, by all means, go there. But MJ is heading back to Africa. That's where I'm going. That's where I'm going. To finish the whole continent. Is it a risk? Yeah, it's a risk. But I'm still going. Is it going to cost me like $250,000? Yes. Am I still going? Yup. Yep. Yes, I am. So, what I do is I fundraise, and I also do lives to connect with you guys, and I post YouTube videos, and that is the plan. So, you guys can go wherever you want to go. I'm heading back to Africa. Is it a risk? Yes. Is it a risk I'm willing to take? Yes. Is it going to cost me around $250,000 to finish the whole continent? Yes. Is it expensive? Yes. Am I still going to do it? Yes. So, boom. That's why we fundraise, baby. We fundraise, and I go hard. I like to do live streams to connect with you guys, and on a daily basis if I can. I post shorts. I post YouTube videos. It all helps. So if you guys want to help me, you can make a donation, or if you can't make a donation, literally watching my videos helps. Hitting the like button helps. It all helps. And so, especially the people who go on watching sprees, we love those. YouTubers love when you go on a watching spree. Like if you watch one video and then you watch another and then you watch another, it helps a lot. It like literally triples how much money we make. So, yeah, if you're somebody who's like, MJ, I can't donate, even just watching my videos, leaving a comment, leaving a like, that helps. It all helps. But I wouldn't go to the US because I don't even have a place to live there. So no. If I were to take a break, it would be in Japan. But I'm not taking a break. I'm not. You're glad watching helps. Why? Because you're not donating. But thanks. It does help. It does help. YouTube is a job. So thanks to the people who watch and who comment and who like. So I'm going to make a video tomorrow updating people, because I know some people may think that I'm about to take a break and go, like I'm not. It's just why I I'm going live right now to explain that to you guys. I'm not taking a break. I got a little discouraged yesterday and I was having a meltdown. I told you that it was a girl meltdown. Girls, there's a rule book. If you buy the book called Girls 101, I'm making this up. If you read Girls 101, it says girls are allowed to have mental breakdowns like 3 times a year. And just let her have the break. If you're a guy and you've got a woman, just let her have a meltdown at least 3 times a year. Just leave her alone. She'll calm down in 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? So that's what happened to me. I had a girl meltdown. And I got a little bit freaked out thinking about how much money this journey is going to cost me. How would you feel if a man had one of those breakdowns? I wouldn't like it. The thing about girls is we usually want the man to be the strong one. Although I know men are human beings. But I feel like women, or at least I'll speak for myself, I want my man. I don't want to see him having a breakdown. You know, I just don't want to see it. You know? But I mean, sure, men, you know what? Men can have breakdowns. They can have 2 a year. But not the same way a girl can. Like, we can just lose our minds and act all crazy. You know what I'm saying? Where a man, maybe it looks a little different. I don't want to see the man I like having a breakdown, you know, like not a girly one, you know what I mean? A girly one is different. A girly one is just like, ah! You know. That's what was happening with MJ yesterday, and that's like, listen, it's okay. Everything is okay. I'm not giving up. I got up, I looked in the mirror, and I said, MJ, you had to get it together. We knew this wasn't going to be easy. So, like, come on. Put on your big girl pants. You're the one who wanted to go on the mission of every country in the world. You knew it wasn't going to be easy. No one's going to believe in you if you don't believe in yourself. Keep it rolling, Miss Thing. And then I was good to go. I literally gave myself a pep talk. And I was good to go. I said, boom, we're done. We're moving. So, that's what we're doing. We're taking it one day at a time. Somebody emailed me too. I'm going to read the email somebody sent me the other. There's so many people who reached out to me after yesterday's video, and I was literally like crying because the emails I was getting, they were so encouraging. I'm going to read, somebody emailed me this yesterday. Hey MJ, I just watched your video and I need to be honest with you. As I was watching, I saw something in your eyes, something spiritual. There's a spirit of discouragement trying to rest on you. It's subtle, but it's there. I could feel it through the screen like a dark cloud. I don't believe that it's from you or from God. I believe it's something trying to stop you from what God has clearly called you to do. Please do not give up. Do not minimize your goal. Don't shrink down to something safer. God didn't give you this dream so that you could walk away half through. You are made for this. If anything, go harder. Speak to the spirit out loud with authority. Say, I reject the spirit of discouragement. I will not bow down to fear, pressure, or doubt. You've come so far. Do not turn back. You have so many people rooting for you and praying for you. And honestly, I believe your breakthrough is closer than it looks. You're going to do this, and you're going to do it for all of us. Praying for you, cheering you on. Keep going. My sister in Christ. I literally was like crying when I was reading this message, and I had so many emails like that. It helped me. So, no, I'm not quitting. No. No, 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 no. We're not quitting. Huh? Interesting. I don't get New York City when I'm in Paris. It doesn't remind me of New York City. But if it reminded you of New York City, interesting. Yeah, that email was literally like, if Paris were, I don't like New York City. I love Paris. So it definitely doesn't remind me of New York City. But if it reminded you of New York City, interesting. I hate New York City. I'm in love with Paris. In love. And Parisian people, they're so specific. I love the people here. They're, I would say they're relaxed. They take, like, New York City people are so different. It's crowded, people selling you stuff, pickpockets, but see, you did all the touristy stuff. You did all the touristy stuff. There is a touristy side of Paris, and there's a non-touristy side of Paris. I would say the best thing to do in Paris, if you can, is find you a local person. Because it's kind of like, imagine if I went to New York City and I went to Times Square and then I was like, I hate New York City. What would all the New Yorkers tell me? They would say, you didn't visit the real New York City. And it's the same thing with Paris. People come here and they do all the touristy stuff and then they're like, I hate it. It's touristy, it's too crowded and pickpockets. It's like you didn't visit the real Paris. And so it's the same thing with New York. There are people who go to New York and they only visit like Times Square and then they're like, I hate it. Like, you'd be like, there's so much more to New York City. You didn't go to the streets, the good areas. You didn't go to this restaurant. You didn't go here. You didn't. Paris is exactly the same. You know, there is a touristy circuit where everyone does the tourist circuit. I don't do the tourist circuit. The area I'm in and nothing I do is like crowded. There's not a lot of people around. It's very peaceful. Very peaceful. Nobody speaks English. You don't see like the tourist groups with the, you know how the tourist groups have like the flag and there's like all these people. And the restaurants suck in the touristy areas. Even in Paris, the restaurants suck in the touristy areas. You gotta know where to go, baby. Yeah, I agree. The countryside was better. You only spend a few days in Paris, and if someone said they hate NIC, I'd get it. Yeah, it's funny. I'm from upstate New York, so I get that. Right. Because a lot of people do that. Like, they go to New York and they're in Times Square the whole time. And you're like, what are you doing? You know? And they're like, I hate New York. You're like, but did you really? You know what I mean? And so I understand because not a lot of people know what they're doing. They're probably going on Google, like, New York. I don't know what they're looking up, but I do know a lot of people who do that, especially in New York City, you know? And you're like, I wish you had talked to a local person. And they could have given you, you know, this advice, where to eat here. They could have given you some streets in Brooklyn with really good food or wherever, you know. But I think it's, and like I have visited some of the restaurants in Paris, they're touristy ones, and they're disgusting. Whenever I say I'm from New York, people automatically assume NYC. There are a lot of, right, New York is so big, and it is true that a lot of people don't know that. They don't know New York is like a huge state. They're picturing the lights and the Times Square and the, I was about to say the Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building, and wherever Jessica, whatever her name is from Sex of the City, wherever she lives or wherever her house was. But yeah, there's so much more, and it's a giant state. There are drones. They do only the tourist stuff. mainly. Yeah, it's a problem. Like, I always would suggest people to talk to like a local person, especially in New York, because a lot of people want to go to New York, and then when they go, they're like doing all the touristy stuff. Like, okay, you want to visit the Empire State Building, but there's so much more cooler stuff than waiting in a line for hours to visit the Empire State Building. Like, why don't you do some other stuff? Yeah, upstate. Yeah, and people don't even know anything about upstate New York. My brother lives in upstate New York. You're a Rochester girly. My brother lives near there. Syracuse, Rochester, yeah. My brother lives very close to Rochester. Does he live in Rochester? Yeah. So, yeah, I feel like, I don't know, maybe people are like kind of going on YouTube or going on Instagram and kind of getting their travel. Well, that's my job, so I like that, but I feel like a lot of people should talk to locals more often if they have the opportunity, you know. Yeah. And my brother goes to school in upstate New York. And I think he loves it. I think. Actually, I have to ask. Or, I don't know. I assume. Philip was the last person. And my mother. Nice, you got some people up there too. Yeah, there's a lot of. New York has a lot of character. A lot of character. And it's not like one specific vibe in New York. Like, there's so many different vibes. I would say that Paris is very similar. Like, you can do the fancy thing in New York if you want to, but you definitely don't have to. You can do like the more urban, you can do the Brooklyn thing if you want to, you can do the Manhattan thing if you want to. Paris is very similar. There's all different vibes in Paris. Very diverse. But there is a big touristy. Funny thing is, we're having this conversation because New York and Paris are the most traveled places on earth. Which brings in all that touristy stuff, you know. That's where the businesses go because they want to make a lot of money. So with that comes a lot of like oversaturation, and you kind of miss the real heart of the place. So yeah, maybe people will know, because some people like the touristy stuff, you know what I'm saying? Like, so many French people told me that they hate when they see the tourists in Paris with the berets on because it's um corny. And like they're at the Eiffel Tower with a beret on and a macaron, and like the French people are just like, I can't. Yeah, but I have to go to Paris as an adult. But yeah. It's the Europa program. Oh, yes, you must come back then. Okay, so okay. You said you came here on a study abroad program. That makes so much sense because like, I see them actually all the time. Like, you will, like, all the time in Paris, you see the study abroad kids, like, because it's such a popular thing. You see the buses, you see the study abroad kids walking around, and it's very much a curated touristy experience, um, which makes sense because if you're taking care of a lot of kids or if kids, I don't know. I just feel like I always see the study abroad kids here in Paris. I don't know if they're like really getting into the heart of the thing of the, you know what I'm saying. You're probably being advised by like a tourist or I don't know, a tour guide or something, which they're doing their job. But You gotta get into the nitty gritty of the city. The thing is, the thing that helped me with Paris so much is, I don't know if you guys watch my videos. The first time I came to Paris, this was 6 years ago. 6 years ago. I don't know if you guys were watching my YouTube channel at the time, but I had immediately met a Parisian girl. We became very close friends. She was from Paris. So, Tina's here! Uh-oh. Tina's in the house. Hey, Tina. I was wondering, I figured you were busy, but thanks so much for tuning in. Yeah, the thing that helped me with Paris is, as soon as I came here the first time, I met a local, so that helped me so much. She showed me the real Paris, so I learned it first, and I didn't like get wrapped up in the whole, you know, side of Paris. Maybe I wouldn't even have liked it if I did, you know. But she's like, don't go to the touristy side of Paris. Eat here, go here, hang out here. There's even a secret park in Paris. I'm going to do a video about it, but this park is like off limits to tourists. Like, the French people don't want the tourists to go to this park, so like it's not talked about that much. Like, I shouldn't even really be talking about this park, because like the French people will get so mad at me, because like they specifically want the tourists to stay away from this park. But it's a beautiful park in Paris. Beautiful. And like it's specifically not talked about that much because the French people want to keep it on the low. But yeah, Paris is a vibe. Yeah, the local in Germany did his hometown there, and it was probably my favorite experience. Oh, I love Germany. Yeah, that's mostly what Parisian people are doing. They're gonna buy a baguette, they're gonna go get food, they're gonna get croissants, fruit, food, baguette, meat, figs, cheeses. You're gonna go to the park with all your friends and literally spend like the whole day there, just sitting in the grass. That's very Parisian. It's what most Parisian people are doing every day, if they can. But the touristy stuff, like they literally can't even handle it. They're just like, none of us do that, and it's very touristy. But yeah, find you a Parisian. And my friend has been doing that recently too. My friend from Paris. He's been showing me all the really good places. There's this place that everybody gets ice cream. It's called Armelio, something like that. Everybody's getting ice cream from there. He's like, why is everyone getting ice? It's such a touristy place. There's some delicious ice cream in Paris, and he took me to some of the spots. Oh my gosh, the ice cream is so good. But none of the tourists are going to this place, so they're empty. But the French people know about these places. All the tourists are going to Armelio, or whatever the heck it is called. Amelio. What's it? Let me see what it's called. There's this place all the tourists are going to here in Paris. And the ice cream sucks. Yeah, Amorino. Amorino, it's called. Don't go here if you come to Paris. You know why people go there? Because they make your ice cream look like a flower. This place called Amorino. You see it? Everyone goes here. The ice cream sucks. The only reason it's so busy is because they make your ice cream look like a flower, but the ice cream sucks. It's touristy. There's always a long line. This is where all the tourists are going in Paris. Listen to me. This is not Parisian ice cream. It is completely touristy, and it's trash. If you really want to know where to get some ice cream, let me show you. There's some delicious ice cream in Paris. Hold on. I'm going to show you. This is where the tourists aren't going. And this is the real deal. Hold on. I'm going to tell you guys. I'm going to give you guys the in. I'm going to give you the in. You know what I'm saying. Don't go there. If I see you going there, if you come to Paris, I'm gonna look at you like, why did you go there? But if you go there, the line's around the corner. And everyone's like, oh, I'm eating Parisian ice cream. No, you're not. No, you're not. You're eating junk that they designed to be touristy. And they just make it look cute because they make it look like a flower. No, no, no. Okay. Boom. Here's one of the best places you can get ice cream in Paris. It's called Glace Bachir. This ice cream is delicious. It's Lebanese ice cream, but it's like one of the most famous places in Paris. They have unique flavors, and it's so delicious. Delicious. It's called Glace Bachir. But I'm gonna tell you another place. Now, this is a real Parisian place. Maybe I'll make a short about this tomorrow because this is like really not well known. And the thing about Paris is like it's not gonna look that fancy. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you know it's touristy. Hold on, what's it? I have to ask my friend the name. Hold on. Because what's the name of this thing? Where's it's in the 10th endorsement? Okay, I'm looking for the name. Yes, there was extreme riots going around a few days ago in Paris. They burned the whole city down, which I don't understand. Because they were happy that Paris won the soccer game. But why burn the city down? Like, I don't get that. But I was indoors the whole day, the whole night, so. What the heck? I can't think of the name of this. It's in the 10th endorsement. I'm asking him the name. Because I had the best ice cream I ever had in my life 2 days ago in Paris, and guess who was there? Not one single tourist, because they don't know about these places. You're going on Marino or whatever it's called. Yeah, exactly. This ice cream spot is so cozy. So cozy. Like, I sat there with my friend. We just talked for hours and not a single tourist. But it was the best ice cream I've ever had in my life. I don't know. I kind of. You can see me eating. Oh, we're in the same shirt. Twins. It's me. Yeah, this is me eating. You can see I was the only one in the ice cream shop. Me and my friend. We're the only ones there. The best ice cream I ever had in my whole entire life. And it was just the cutest little ice cream shop. But yeah, it was delicious. And it didn't really look that fancy. It just looked like, I don't know. And it was cardamom flavored. Cardamom flavored. I can't even. It was so delicious. Yeah, it's real French places like that. That's how you know it's real Parisian. It's not going to be all cutesy. Anyways, if you're just tuning in, we are fundraising for my next 10 countries. Let me rephrase this. For my next, how many countries? 42 countries. There are 42 more countries in Africa that I have to get to this year. Am I taking a break? No. Am I stepping back from the mission? No. Just if anyone was wondering that. There are 195 countries in the world. I'm trying to get to all of them. So if you watched my little video yesterday, I tried to explain that I was having a little girl breakdown. Okay? Girls are allowed to break down, have a complete meltdown at least 3 times a year. We're dealing with a lot, okay? Sorry. So I got up, put on my big girl pants, looked in the mirror, and got over it. Yeah, cardamom ice cream. I had no idea even that was a thing, but it was the most delicious thing I've tasted in my life. Like, it was just, And we were the only two, me and my friend were the only two people in the ice cream shop. And there was 2 other French people that came in and left. But if you go to Amarino, there's a line around the corner. And all the tourists are like, eating Parisian ice cream. You're not eating Parisian ice cream. That's touristy. And it sucks. Ice cream sucks. I mean, it's okay. But if you really want to know the real deal, you gotta go into Paris, baby. You need to go to like the 10th endorsement or the 8th or even the 6th endorsement. But if you're eating around the opera, if you're eating around the Eiffel Tower or Sacré-Cœur, touristy. I can never say Sacré-Cœur. You were a tourist eating a crepe at the Eiffel Tower. That's what I mean. There's nothing wrong with that because some people, that's what they're going to Paris for. So if that's what you're going there for, all the power to you. But it's a little bit like being in Times Square having a hot dog. You know what I mean? Like, But some people, that's what they want. If that's what you want, beautiful. It's just not very authentic. You know what I'm saying? But if that's the vibe you wanted, then beautiful. That can be a vibe too. A crepe at the Eiffel Tower can be a vibe. Makes for a good Instagram story. But yeah. I think I might do like a short about that tomorrow. I'll probably do a short about that tomorrow. Where to get real ice cream in Paris. Because the ice cream here is so good. Or, you know, whatever. Yeah, like somebody's auntie. Yeah, you were a child. I know you were a child. I know. So that's what I mean. It was probably really awesome for you because you were a child. You were young. You're in Paris. So that's okay. You don't have to be doing like the real Parisian stuff. Like, that wasn't necessary. But I do think that it gives a completely different vibe when you know where to go. When you're here, a completely different experience. The best ice cream I've had. The best ice cream I've had would be in Italy, but that's gelato. That's something different. Ooh, oh my gosh, that's horrible. But yeah, like I said, some people want the touristy vibe, so by all means, it's your trip, you're paying for it, so you can do whatever you want. But I always try to say to people, there's such a different side to Paris, completely different from the touristy thing. So yeah, I have been to Tuscany. Florence, Italy is in Tuscany. It's one of my favorite cities in the world, and that's where I've had the best gelato. But gelato isn't technically ice cream. It's different. But the best ice cream I've had is in Paris. The best gelato I've had is in Tuscany, in Florence, Italy. But yeah, they're 2 different things. Gelato and ice cream. They're not the same. Technically, they're not the same. And gelato really isn't a thing in Paris. Yeah, gelato was delicious. If you're just tuning in, we're playing the donation game. I feel like the game is falling by the wayside. We're playing a donation game, Jeopardy, for me before I go back to Africa. I'm about to head back to Africa. I'm not taking a break. No. Full steam ahead. I'm visiting every country in the world. Okay, it's gonna get done. Let me check my battery on here. Okay, I'm visiting every country in the world, so I'm not taking a break. I'm not giving up. Yesterday I did post a video, feeling very discouraged, but I got up, looked myself in the mirror, and re-encouraged myself. I'm not taking a break. And come on now. No. I like talking to you guys. But I am fundraising in this live stream to raise money before I head back to Africa to finish the entire continent. Yeah, that's what we're doing. So there were some people asking, are you taking a break? No. Mm-mm. No. No time for that. So if you would like to help me with this goal of visiting all the countries in Africa, I would so much appreciate it because it does take a lot. And so I've been fundraising a lot. So we're playing a game whereas you can choose any one of these amounts. You can, if you want to donate, you can donate any amount. But if it's one of these amounts, I'll rip down the post-it note and I'll do whatever it says underneath. Like there's a lot of fun stuff under here. So shout out to Philip, my mother, and the first donator, Amy. Those were the donators. And Kiwi, give a super chat. And Teresa, thank you guys so much for being the donators. And I think we can really. Do you think we can finish this board in this live stream? Complete it? Round of applause for all the people donating. Thank you so much, you guys. You're helping me so much. Every donation helps, even if it's. You don't have to donate one of these amounts, but you could donate $5. It still helps. But if it's one of these amounts, it would help me to reach the goal we're trying to reach today. So yeah, I got discouraged yesterday because I was just thinking about how expensive it is to do this goal, and I was feeling discouraged because of the amount of money that it takes to try to visit all the countries. It's just so much. So I was a little discouraged yesterday, but I'm not discouraged anymore. We're gonna figure it out. And so to everybody who shows up to help, thank you so much. You're literally making this dream more and more possible because it's so hard and so expensive and so hard to do alone. I am doing this alone by myself, so thank you guys to the people who show up to help. I really appreciate it. And if you want to donate, I'm talking about ice cream in the comments. If you want to donate, it's via the Cash App, which is in the comments section. My Cash App, it's pinned in the comments, and I will live see it on live and thank you on live and rip down one of the amounts, and we'll do whatever it's underneath. So yeah, and thanks. And I feel way better. Way better. I was like at a 4 yesterday, feeling very, very upset. That's why I didn't go live yesterday. Like, I just didn't want to come on here and be a big party pooper because I was upset yesterday. I was so upset. I was like, this is too expensive. How the heck am I going to visit all the countries in the world? It is so expensive. We're not fundraising enough. How the heck am I going to do this? And I was feeling so down. I got up and I am way better now. And thank you for the people who encourage me. Thank you for the people who show up. Thank you for the people who donate, even if it's $5. You're making it $5 more possible. You're absolutely right, Tina. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And so there are people who show up to help me, and I'm so grateful. Like, I can't even thank you enough. Like, I can't explain to you how much I appreciate the people who help. Some people donate, and I'm so grateful for the people who do. Very grateful. I appreciate you guys more than I can explain. And we're gonna finish this. I don't have the whole thing figured out yet. I don't have all the money raised I need yet to complete this goal, but every day we inch closer. So that's all I know. That's all I know at the moment. So we do fun things like these live streams, so I can connect with you guys also and tell you where I'm at. And for the people who want to donate, I'm so appreciative. It all helps. The $10 donations help. $6 donations help. And everything. all of it. It all adds up inside. Just thank you guys so much. And to those of you who saw my little meltdown yesterday, that was real, so I'm glad I posted it, but I'm in a way better place. Yesterday, like I said, I was at like a 4. Oh my gosh. Just had nothing in me, like nothing. I'm like back up to like a 9. Like, I'm like, oh, I'm good to go. I blame the seed oils. I don't know what I blame. I think it was just part of the human experience. Just feeling discouraged some days, which is okay, you know, as long as you get back up. I got back up. Yeah, exactly. That June, I got that June energy. We're halfway through the year. There's just no time to be backing down from goals. Yeah, June is no time to be backing down from goals. No. The next African country I will be going to is Africa. You'll see. I will be back though to finish the whole continent. So it doesn't really matter which country I go to first because I'm going to be visiting literally all of them. The entire continent. That's what, you know. That's what we're doing here. Ooh, that's nice. That's what we're doing here. The amount we hit so far fundraising is, so the goal, if we finish this board today, that would be 1,500. This all adds up to 1,500. So far 3 people have donated. We've reached 200 in donations. So you know, something I don't do is like, oh, we only reached, like, I don't do that. I'm grateful. There's people believing in me physically, you know, so I aim to reach this goal. And for all of you guys who do donate, thank you so much. Like, it's so appreciated, and I'm 100% grateful. I don't want to ever be like, only 3 people donated. I don't curse, but HE double hockey sticks, no. I'm not like that. I'm like, no, thank you. Thank you. You have no idea how much it means to me that I am on a mission to visit every country in the world and you want to help. So I'm so grateful. I know not everyone can donate. Of course I know that. But those who can and do, I'm so grateful. Like I said, even the $5 donations, that's $5 closer to $250,000 I need to finish this goal this year. So we're gonna figure it out. Dark chocolate. You know what I do? I got some raw honey. I got this raw honey today. And I've got dark chocolate. And baby, I dip the... Try it. Don't knock it till you try it. Thanks, Kiki. I know it is. I know it is. All of us, essentially, in one way, have to keep moving. It's not just me. It's everybody, right? Everybody has the opportunity to feel discouraged about their life. Everyone. It's not just me, and I know that. Or to give up. Everyone has the option to just be like, I give up in one way or another. So, although I do get discouraged. It doesn't last long. It might last 24 hours. That's what happened yesterday. I'm like, we're not gonna raise this money. This is too many. This is too hard. How am I gonna do this? I had to look at myself like, MJ, like, do you need a bottle or what? Like, what's up? I had to be like, girl, grow the heck up. Keep moving. I want to give up, but God gave me signs to keep going. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. He sure does give you signs to keep going. And let me tell you something. In a world, let me tell you something. I'm not a baby for being overwhelmed, but I couldn't stay there is what I'm saying. Like, if I stayed overwhelmed and I stayed upset and I stayed discouraged, it would have brought me nowhere. You know, and I'm not headed nowhere. I'm going somewhere that requires a dedication. I'm trying to visit every country in the world. Literally only 250 people have ever done this. So I knew it was going to be hard. Like, it's not like I was like, you know, so that's what I had to tell myself. Like, Maryjane, you knew it was going to, like, that's why only 250 people have ever done this. Duh, it's hard. Like, just keep going. And you can pout all day and stay in bed and cry, but at some point you gotta stop because life keeps going for everybody. It waits for no man. So it's either you're gonna do it or you're not. So keep going and keep moving. I know not everyone can help, but the people who do, I'm like, if you can help your girl, help your girl. I'm gonna keep pushing, so that's what I know. Expect high pressure. Too much pressure is not good. Huh? But I'm not mad at myself for having the breakdown. I think that they're very healthy. It's like, I think the people who don't allow themselves, like, to feel and to, like, process the emotions, like, that's how people have, like, breakdowns and, like real breakdowns, I mean. You know what I'm saying? Like, a serious one. And, that's a problem for especially men. There's some men who don't know how to, like, fully process emotion, and, like, it doesn't end well, like, so I'm not upset at myself for having the breakdown. I'm glad I had it because it allowed me to recharge, refuel, remind myself of what's going on here, and, you know, all that kind of stuff. Most men have checked out. A lot of men have checked out. It's sad. I think it's really sad because I think a lot of people don't give a lot of men space to. I don't know. Like, I just hear a lot of men say, like, they don't have the same, like, if a woman is maybe they can't show emotion, or maybe most people won't care the same way that they would care if a girl's having, like, going through a hard time in life. Do you guys think that's true? Like, are men allowed the same, like, I don't know, maybe they feel a lot of pressure to, like, maybe they don't get a lot of pity. I don't know. I'm not a man. I'm just kind of thinking what other people say. That, like, the pressure's on for them all the time. It's true, men are looked down on for having emotions. Right. Nowhere, no one care at all. You mean no one cares at all for men? I definitely think it's hard for them to have a safe space to, like, you hit, like, 15 years old, you're done, no sympathy. You're right. I think when women struggle, they turn the pain inward, but men, when they struggle, they turn the pain outward. But I do agree, like, there's a book, it says in, like, Jordan Peterson's book, 15 Rules of Life, he says, like, in the first chapter, if you're a man, he said something similar to what you're saying. Once you hit about 18 years old, no one has sympathy for you. All the sympathy goes to the women and the children. They even say, like, if a plane is going down, women and children first, you know, get the first attention, you know what I mean? But a man kind of has to, there's not a whole lot of babying for a man, like, or like if a man is going through a really tough time, I don't know how many safe spaces he might have to, like, open up about that. I don't know. Again, I'm just kind of listening to what they say, but I think there's some truth to that. And I'm telling you, as a man, you're finished. You can be 15 and be seen as a major threat. You're right. You're right about that. That's so true. That is so true. And I think it causes a lot of problems too, because, like, if you can't vent to anyone, well, you could be bleeding death. They'll tell you, put your chin up. You're a man. You're probably right about that. Like I told you in the beginning of the live, I was like, would it attract me if a man was, like, crying all the time? And I'm like, probably not. I don't want to see a man that I like crying all the time. Now, if I'm serious about a man and he's crying, I don't think it would turn me off, but maybe after the third time it would. I would be like, you need to be the strong one. Let me be the one crying. You're supposed to. So I do see that as, I do agree with you. But I understand men are humans, you know, but I don't know, they're supposed to carry things different from, like, for example, like, there was, like, an analogy, like, if you're on a boat and the boat is sinking, and it's like a man, a wife, and children, and the boat is sinking, the man's job is to not freak out. Like, even if he's freaking out, his job is to not freak out so that the wife feels more safe, the kids feel more safe, and they can try to figure out a solution. But if the dad is freaking out, the mom's freaking out, the kids are freaking out, like, and the boat is going down, like, that's just it's not like the family dynamic that a lot of people want. They want the man to be the one that's like, we're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this out. We don't want the man crying when the boat is sinking. If you see guy cry, it's because he's so drunk. The bliss too. He's drunk. That's true, because I've never seen. I do see men. I don't really see the men in my life cry that much. So that is true. And it's probably because they feel like they shouldn't be crying. Love hurts, I'm out. What do you mean? What do you mean love hurts, you're out? The only time you really wanted to cry is when I lost my... Aww. You lost your grandma. That would make anyone cry. That's a safe space, I think, for anyone to cry. Anyone and everyone, male, female. That's tough. But, like, just in everyday life, everyday problems, a man is supposed to be like, we're good. You know? It actually concerns me if a man can show vulnerability to me. But can't handle if you're crying more than me. I'm very no, that's how I feel. I feel the same way. I'm sensitive too. So like if I'm crying, like I want to be, that's okay. That should be okay. But like if I say something wrong, like maybe I say something too harsh to a man, that I'm involved with, and I turn around and he's crying, oh no 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 no. But there have been times where a man has been said something too harsh to me and I start crying. But if that were vice versa, oh no 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 no. I don't want you crying. I would be like, this might not work out. It's not equal. No, that's the whole point of what we're talking about. It's not equal. That's what we're talking about. There's definitely different expectations with men and women, 100% in life in general. Totally different expectations. Like I told you with the boat sinking analogy, like if there's a family on a boat, there's a husband, wife, and kids on a boat, and the boat starts sinking. I feel like the job of the father, the man of the house, is to not be freaking out. He's supposed to be like the calm one, like figuring out how we're going to live. Maybe the women and children can be freaking out though. But I feel like that's the part of a man's role is like to be the stable. Like I want a man to be vulnerable. I want a man to be vulnerable too. I think I'm crying is healthy, but if you're boohoo crying, right? Because we want to be protected, 100%. Like if a robber comes into the house with a gun, I don't want my man to start crying and screaming. I want him to be like, let's go, let me go check this out. You know what I mean? Like if I wake my husband up, there's a robber in the house. I don't want him to be like, like I want him to be like, you know what I'm saying? Like brave. Let me freak out. Let the children freak out. You go handle it. That is so unfair. I know. But it's just what people want, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I hear you. But obviously, a woman has also different roles that a man does not have. You know what I'm saying? Women have roles. Well, definitely speaking stereotypically here. I'm not speaking like 100%. Can properly handle their emotions can hard to handle for both men. Let's try that. Scratch. I'm sorry. But there's definitely a double standard. No, Maya, I'm literally saying too. There's like a double standard, 100%. But I think there's also things that women. There are roles of women that a man does not have. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That there's things that a woman can do that a man can't do, especially in a relationship. Or maybe should in like has to, but the nurturing stuff. A woman is supposed to be nurturing, not supposed to be. I want to be careful. I don't mean women are supposed to be anything, but I would say also there's a nurturing side women have that maybe men don't have, a loving side, sweet side that maybe men don't have in a relationship, or so many things that men can't have or don't often have. And that's okay too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not like exactly, but men are supposed to not cry and sacrifice their lives. No, men definitely can cry. Men can definitely cry. But as much as a female, like for example, I gave you the analogy, like say I say something a little bit harsh, like I wasn't careful with my words, and I turn around and the man I like is crying, like You hurt my feelings. No, no, no. No. Women, we don't like that. I don't want to see that. Now, if the man I like says something too harsh to me, or he says something that kind of hurts my feelings, I might cry. I'm sensitive, you know what I'm saying? But the vice versa of that would be a little bit of a turnoff. Like, maybe you can be upset with me, but if you're huffing and puffing, like, you hurt my feelings. I would be like, that is such a turnoff. Now, but you could say that I hurt your feelings, but crying? This is just my opinion. This is not like fact. This is not law. We're literally talking about stereotypical men and women roles, you know? I don't want to see a man crying all the time, you know? But of course a man can cry. Of course, life is hard. And yeah, but we were just saying like all the time, you know? And I feel like I cry. It doesn't take a lot for me to cry, especially when I like somebody and I'm emotionally tied to that person. Women might kind of cry a lot. Maybe. There's some women who are very stable and don't cry too much. I'm not one of those women. I be crying. But then it's funny because like 20 minutes later, I'm perfectly okay. If the boat is sinking, women and children first. No, 100%. That's how life is, you know? If a boat is sinking, it's first women and children. 100%. That's how life views it, you know? Which leaves men in the every man, you know, taking care of themselves role. No, I'm a crier too, sweetie. Oh no, and I think I'm a healthy crier. Like I can cry and like release the thing and like be good like 20 minutes later. Especially when I like somebody, you know. When I'm emotionally tied to somebody, I might cry like a little bit easier for different reasons. I don't know. But the vice versa of the situation is a little bit different. If I hurt a man's feelings that I liked, I would want him to tell me in like a little bit of a calm way, like, hey, like, I don't like how you said this to me or something. That's perfectly fine, you know. It upset me that you said so and so and so. I would be like, oh, I'm sorry, blah, blah, blah. I'm so sorry. But if he's crying, like, you hurt my feelings. Like, mm-mm. Just not very attractive. Can you believe some men will sneak on the lifeboat and forget the children? Yeah, there's a lot of men like that. AKA, no shade, my father. No shade. But he's one of those. My biological father, yes. He's the type to be like, peace. Every man, you're on your own. Try it a minute. Demo emotions, right? Right. Who knows? Who knows? I actually don't even know my father, so I can't speak about him that much. I've never met him, so. But I just have a feeling he's probably one of those. You're on your own type of man. If things went the way we planned. I'm eating dark chocolate. I'm dipping it in honey though. Raw honey. And so is that. And so is that. You don't even know. Yeah. You know, so much of our lives. Sorry about my chewing sounds. So much of our lives are shaped by our childhood, so I learned to stop blaming people so much. I used to blame the heck out of people, especially my own father, whom I don't know. But I just used to judge people and be angry at people. I'm not that way anymore. Because I know most of us are just acting out of hurt from our childhood, and you know what I mean? And life is tough, so everyone's going through their own thing, and it feels good not to hate people. I used to hate him, but you can't hate somebody you don't know. Yeah, it's so good. Dark chocolate, raw honey, delicioso, and healthy. Right. Growing up is realizing your parents are just people too. Facts. Make sense of things, right? Right. Yeah, because the second you're a child, you're completely dependent on this person for how your life is going, you know? So it's easy to blame because it's like you're literally in charge of the way my life goes. So it's easy to be like, you should be doing this. But you kind of forget they're a human being, which is hard to fathom. Right. Absolutely. And it feels good not to be angry at people. Being angry at people is exhausting. And it's like, I was angry at my biological father for so long. And I'm like, how stupid is it to be angry at somebody who literally does not care that you're angry at them? Like, it's just stupidity. Oh, hi, Roland. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks. We've been going for almost 3 hours. Let me see here what we got going on. Yeah, Joyce Meyer says that. She's like, one of the stupidest things you can do in life is waste your energy not liking somebody who does not care that you do not like them. Like, it makes no sense. They don't care at all. So you're just like making yourself angry for no reason. That other person does not care how you feel about them. Not one iota. They're all having a good time. Might as well forgive. Hey everybody, yes, this is my hype person. Hit the like button, and if you can, oh, you're binging my videos on TV. Come to phone, realize you like, oh my gosh, thank you. So I was literally talking about that in the live stream. I was like talking about binging, watching videos. I'm so grateful. Thank you so much. I'm honored. There's millions of YouTubers, and that you tune into my videos. It's a huge honor. I'm so grateful. We just got a super chat. Maya. Thanks, sister. Oh my goodness, thank you so much. I was looking to see if there's a message. Thank you so much. Shout out Maya. We're going to use this as a donation method. Oh, thanks, Jason, for showing up on your other channel. Thank you so much. Shout out Maya. We're going to put her in the comments. Maya. We're going to shout out Maya in the comments. Huh? I'm trying to hit the thanks. Thanks, Maya. I just gave you a thanky thanks. Thank you. We're gonna count this as the I'm going to tell you a travel fact. Let me look in my arsenal. I'm going to tell you. I'm putting these on the side. I'm going to tell you a travel fact. Let me hit you with something. Hold on. Did you know that in Norway, that there is a town where it is illegal to die? In Longyearbyen, located at the Arctic near the Svalbard, has a law that says you cannot die there. Why? Because it's cold, bodies never decompose. And scientists found intact viruses in corpses from 1918. The Spanish flu buried there survived 100 years in a dead body. Still potentially infectious 100 years later. So if you're seriously ill, you must leave this city in Norway. If you're old, you must leave this city in Norway. You'll be flown off to another part of the country so you can die elsewhere. Even if you die in this city, your family is liable to ship you and your body somewhere else. That was a little dark. Sorry, Maya. But, however, that is a fun fact. It is illegal to die in Longyearbyen, Norway, because it's too cold. That's a little morbid. A little sad, right? Still cool. Still a cool fact. Sorry if that was a little dark. But that's crazy. It's too cold to die in Norway. Oh my gosh. Although a little dark, a little interesting, right, guys? Don't die in Longyearbyen, Norway. It's illegal. They won't have it. They will not have it. You guys, we're working on this thing, right? Hi, Kevin. You're back, Kevin. Yeah, that was an interesting, a little bit sad, a little bit interesting fact. If you didn't hear that, Maya donated $20, so I told her a cool travel fact, and the travel fact was that it's illegal to die in Norway, in Longyearbyen, Norway, because it's too cold and bodies don't decompose even if they're buried for 100 years, because the ground is too cold. So it is illegal to die in that city. If you're sick, you have to leave the city. Ooh. Cool travel fact. Which is, I don't know if that's a travel fact, just a random fact about the world. Longyearbyen, don't go there if you're sick. And wear a helmet if you're riding a bike. You guys, we're working on this thing. We're working it down. Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw my video yesterday, but I got really discouraged. I don't know what happened. Really discouraged, really sad. I'm totally better now. I would say yesterday I was at a 4. I'm back to like a 9. Everything's okay. Everything's good. We're not quitting. We're not stopping. We're not pausing. It's not morbid. Everyone dies. It's just like you can't die in Norway. Um, yeah, but we're full steam ahead. I will be back in Africa. Um, soon, real soon, and I'll be finishing all the countries there. So yeah, that's what we're doing. And I'm fundraising until we get back there. If you want to help your girl, I know. Now that's morbid. Kevin, you told me mine was morbid. My fact, now that is morbid. I know about those. That's so sad. We're not even going to breach that. So. Um, but hey, it's Kevin. Everyone knows Kevin as the GOAT in these live streams. He really is. But yeah, that's what we're doing. No quitting here. No quitting. I'm still on a mission to visit all 195 countries in the world. That's why I made this very aesthetically pleasing poster board. How's everyone doing? I feel like I'm in a good place. How about you guys? How you guys doing? How's your Friday night going? It's Saturday morning for me now. For me over here, it's Saturday morning. And I'm thinking about how much longer I'm going to do this live stream. In Virginia, it's illegal to have an ice cream cone in your back pocket. Why would you put ice cream back there? Ice cream is time sensitive. Doing good, happy to hang out with y'all. I'm so happy you're here, Maisha. You're a blessing. I know you donated the other day. You are a blessing to this ball called Earth. Shout out to you. Yeah, but why would you put ice cream in your back pocket? Back pocket is like something you don't need in the moment. Ice cream, you need it in the moment. Oh yeah, right. Some egg roll and posted. Ice cream is like it needs your attention. It needs your attention. It needs to be catered to. Okay? Otherwise, you know, there's a ticking time bomb with ice cream. So I don't know why it would be put in the back pocket of somebody, but I get that. I mean, maybe they'll put you. Maybe it's illegal because they're like, if you're putting ice cream in a back pocket, you're a psychopath. Because like, who would do that? What country are you excited to go to next? I'm very excited about going to Sudan. I'll be there soon. I'm so excited about going to Sudan. Like I said, I'll be there really soon. And it's been on my bucket list for years. I love the humility, Kevin. We love to see a humble human specimen. We love it. But yeah, I'm really excited about going to Sudan. It's been on my bucket list for a long time. And South Sudan. It's 8:30 p.m. here on the East Coast. For me, it's 2:30 p.m. a.m. But I actually take naps in preparation for these live streams, so I'm okay. I take a nap before I go live because I know that 70% of my subscribers are in the US, so I always prepare for these lives so that I can meet you guys when you get off of work. Because if I were to go live in the afternoon, for me, everyone would be either waking up or just heading to work. So I know not everyone's in the US, but 75% of subscribers are in the US. So I usually go live really late so I can meet you guys, so we can line up the right time. And I'm thinking, because we're about to hit 3 hours with the live. Shall we do 30 more minutes here? You're in Ghana. Oh, Ghana. Isn't it rainy season right now in Ghana? Monsoon season? You're American, but in Ghana. Oh, cool. Is it rainy season? No, Kevin, he's chilling. Yes. See, exactly. You have some Ben and Jerry's. Ooh. See, that's why I'm not in Ghana right now. I was going to head there around this time, and then somebody told me, MJ, don't go to West Africa right now. It's rainy season. It's raining all day. And I was like, oh, okay. So I'm specifically pushing off Ghana and like Nigeria and all those till the rainy season is over. Someone told me like last minute, because I was literally about to head there after I was in Ethiopia. I was going to head to West Africa. And then somebody gave me a tip. They're like, wait, girl. Wait for rainy season to be over. Very rainy today. It was nice though. God. Good idea. Yeah. I'm gonna hold off a bit. Yeah. Well, you should, Kevin. You deserve it. You should go to I don't know, Ghana. But I'll be there. I'm gonna hit West Africa in a couple months. I'm not going there yet because I don't want to go during rainy season. Ow. I'm heading back to East Africa when I get back there, so I can finish it up, finish all the countries there. And then we'll swing back up so I can hit the West. But I don't want to be there during monsoon season. Yes! Yes! I can't believe you remember that. I love painting. I would do it more if I had places to put the paintings, but I just don't know. If I paint something, where do I put it? In my suitcase? But I love painting so much. And I need to do it more. Sell and we buy. Would you guys want to buy my paintings? I don't think anybody would be interested in that, but we'll see. Maybe I can I don't know, because I don't know. If I painted something and then like nobody wanted it, no, it wouldn't be a big deal. Hurricane season is in 2 months here in US. Yeah, hurricane season is no joke. It's no joke. I wouldn't even want to live in certain states because of hurricane season. Like Florida, Louisiana. You're always dealing with some hurricane some part of the year. Or some really bad storm. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's my plan. Here's my plan. It is about to hit 3 o'clock in the morning for me. So it's getting around that time where I need to go to sleep. So I'm going to wrap up this live stream. And I am going to say this. Here's our game plan. 4 more donations and I'm going to go to sleep. If we hit when we hit 4 more donations, I'm gonna go to sleep and wrap up this live. So, if you didn't hear the explanation of this game, it's like donation Jeopardy. It's like you can donate any one of these amounts, and I rip the postcard off and I do whatever it says underneath. So there's lots of different options, and when 4 more people donate, I'm gonna wrap up this live and see you guys tomorrow. So if anyone wants to donate, you will allow me to go to sleep a little bit earlier. And I'll give you a live shout out. And then I'll be able to wrap up this live. And yeah, well, I'll go to sleep. And see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in, Jason. It's nice to have you here. And we've got all different amounts, 25, 40, 30, 25. And if you want to donate, help me with this goal of visiting all the countries in the world, you can via the Cash App. It's in the comments. I pinned it in the top of the comments. And I'll shout you out, give you a virtual hug. What am I doing tonight? Well, it's 2:30 in the morning, so I'm doing this live stream, and then literally as soon as we wrap this up, I'm going to sleep. I will be hitting the sack straight away. But I just want to get like 4 more donations so that I'll feel like we accomplished a lot, and I'll go to sleep, call it a day, and come back on tomorrow. So yeah, that's what we're doing. 4 more donations and I'll wrap this thing up of any amount, and I'll go to sleep. I'll call it a day. I'll go to sleep, and we'll see each other on another day. And I hope we can get 4 donations within the next 30 minutes. I'm tired, but I'm not like super tired. Like I said, I took a nap. Oh, my laptop's about to die too, so yeah. So if anybody wants to donate any amount, and you'll be helping me with this goal. Helping a lot. It all counts. Cash App. The Cash App. Donations. And I will wrap it up when we get 4 more. I'm kind of moving so everyone can see. There's different amounts here going on, and each amount brings me that much closer to this goal of visiting all the countries in the world. I will be heading back to Africa, but not yet. I'm fundraising first. And so all the people who help, I'm so grateful. So grateful. Good night to you, not for me. It is morning for me. It is the morning. But for you, good night. Very good night. Good morning. Thank you. It is 2:49 a.m. But like I said, I usually take a nap before I go live so that I'm not tired. So, am I tired right now? Yes, but it's not intense. It's not super intense. Thank you very much. Nyla, how do I pronounce your name? Is it Nyla or Nayla? Because I want to respond to you, but it looks like Nyla? Nayla? We'll wait for Nail. Nyla. So I can know how to respond to you. Nay, but it's abbreviated. Nay. Got it. Nay. I'll call you Nay. Nay. I like that. It's not my full name. Okay, got it. Okay. I'll call you Nay. If that's okay with you. With your permission. I think we got... Here's a vibration. Oh, we just got a donation. Thank you so much to Deja. Are you in here? Thank you. I don't know what that accent was. See you later, Kevin. Deja, yes. Thank you so very ridiculously much. Trying to respond to you. Let's rip this sucker off. Shout out in the super chat. Shout out Deja. Shout out Deja. Thank you, sister. That is one person. Oh, I didn't even notice the... Oh, I didn't even notice Kevin was doing the... Wait, I didn't notice this. The whole time Kevin was gifting people... Okay. What? I totally missed this. Why didn't you guys tell me? Wait a minute. Oh. Kevin just donated. Like, what was that, $200? Why wasn't it even popping up for me? I didn't even thank you. Thank you, Kevin. Are you here? He said he was going to sleep. Are you here, Kevin? Or did you log off? Kevin might have left. Hi, Chris. This one look crazy, but hi, Chris. Kevin, I think he left. I didn't even thank him. I did not see that he was donating in the comments. Darn it. I'm sorry, Kevin. He's gone, and I wasn't even thanking him. He donated $200 during this live stream, so I didn't even say thank you. I feel horrible. Kevin, come back here. Maybe he'll come in the next live stream and I'll thank him. I'm upset. He was donating and I didn't even notice it because I didn't see it in the comments. He gifted 25 people memberships to my channel, which in turn donated $200. So And that is not the first time he's done that. Thank you, Kevin. So I don't think you're in the chat anymore. Thank you. And these two donation amounts are associated with him. Yeah, I was gonna plan you a trip, and I was going to send a box of Parisian goodies, but he's not even in the live stream anymore. So he donated $200. So this says, I'll send you a box of goodies from Paris. And this says, I'll recommend you 5 places to travel, but he's not even in the chat. He left. We're going to catch up. You know what? He's going to be here tomorrow because he usually tunes in. So we're going to talk to him tomorrow. Shout out Kevin. I'm sorry that he's gone. He said he was going to sleep, so. Well, we've come very far. I'm going to wait for one more donation and I'll wrap this up. Hi. Hi, JT. How are you doing? Thanks, you guys, for tuning in. We're wrapping up the live stream. We've been live for like almost 3 hours. We've been raising money. We've been chit-chatting. We're doing donation Jeopardy. And so, for this every country goal I have of visiting all the countries in the world, we talked about it all, everything, anything. And so the goal is, I'm going to wrap this live stream up. Not yet. How many to go? So there are 195 countries in the world. My goal is, always great hanging with you too, just watching. You have a postcard coming any day. Literally check your mailbox because I sent it to you. Any one of these days you should get it. But yeah, so there are 195 countries in the world, and I have 60 more to go before I complete my goal of visiting every country in the world. My goal this year, of course, and you should be getting it literally any day now. But yeah, there are 195 countries in the world. I've been to 135 in the last 7 years of traveling. My goal is to finish this goal next year. This year, in 2025, I want to finish the continent of Africa, because Africa has 54 countries in it. I've been to 12. We have been to 12. You guys have been along with me, have come along with me. So yeah, we've been to 12 countries in Africa. My goal is to finish the entire continent this year. I want to finish the rest of the 42 countries in Africa this year. You might say, how are you even going to do that? Well, there's 1 month this year that I plan to visit 10 countries because there's a lot of really tiny countries in Africa that I'm only going to be in one day. For example, Rwanda. Even people from Rwanda told me, you only need 1 day here. So, Rwanda, 1 day. Burundi, 1 day. Equatorial Guinea, 1 day. Togo, 1 day. So this is going to help push me further in me trying to visit the whole continent this year. But there's some countries I'm going to spend a long time, like Uganda, Nigeria, Ghana. I'm going to spend my time, Wakanda. I'll be there in Wakanda. Yeah, that's the goal. Finish Africa this year. I had a little bit of a mental breakdown yesterday because thinking about how hard that's going to be because I'm doing it by myself, but it's okay. How expensive it's going to be. Almost $300,000, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. And, yeah, so thanks guys for tuning in, and lots more tribes I'm gonna visit. A lot more tribes. There's so many more tribes I'm gonna visit, which has become like a thing. I love it now. Yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. All the countries, why not? And then we're gonna take a nap. No naps right now. Well, no long naps. So, we've raised a lot in this live stream. I would say we've made a really significant dent in this board I made. So, since we've been going live for so long, I'm going to wrap this up with the next donation. If anyone wants to donate, you will wrap up this live stream because I'm going to stop it once we get one more donation. So we have all these different amounts, 40, 25, 30, 25. And as soon as we get one more donation, I'm going to shout you out. I'm going to do whatever it says. Mama's going to go to sleep. I'm going to wrap this thing up cute with a bow, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So whoever that wants to be. And we'll talk about some more cool stuff tomorrow. We talked about a lot of stuff in this live stream. So that's what we're going to do. So that's what we're going to do. Ooh, 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 ooh. Starting to get prepared. And there's all these different amounts, and the donation method is via the Cash App. It's pinned in the comments. I'll give you a live shout out and a live thank you and a virtual hug. And then I'll wrap this thing up and we'll see about what we do tomorrow. And I'll probably, I don't know, do another poster tomorrow. We'll see what happens. I like to switch it up a little bit. But I like a little visual in the lives, you know what I mean? So yeah, different amounts. There's 25, there's 40, there's 30, just saying. Anyone wants to donate? You'll be wrapping up this live for me. And then Mama's going to sleep. Going to sleep. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. It's 2:30. No, it's officially 3 o'clock in the morning here. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. So. Hope you guys are having a good Friday night. Hopefully you get to relax a little bit this weekend and have a little break from work. I don't know, maybe some of you work on the weekends, but I hope you have a good weekend. Is this the first weekend of June? No. Yes, it's the first weekend of June. So I hope you guys get to relax a little bit, soak up the summer, kick your feet up. It was a good day. It was a very good day, which is so crazy how life works. It blows my mind how life is like this roller coaster. Because when I tell you yesterday was a horrible day for me, I was so sad. Sad? Was I sad or was I feeling like... maybe sad wasn't the word. I was feeling like defeated, you know, and hopeless and very upset. I didn't even do anything. I stayed inside of my hotel the whole day and cried. And like literally I woke up today and was perfectly fine. You're right. You're right. You're right, Nay. Nothing stays the same. And so it's crazy how life can just, one day you're crying and sad and next day you're perfect. Like I I got myself, I looked in the mirror, I said, Maryjane, grow up. Not grow up like I was being childish, but I was like, you can't afford to stay down. And you knew it was going to be hard. So, keep going. You're going to be okay. You're going to be fine. And lots of encouragement from you guys. I cannot explain how some of you guys show up for me to encourage me, and that helps so much. I got so many kind emails, and oh, you want to know, if you want to know what it says under here, you'd have to donate that amount. But that's why this donation amount, 200, is sitting out in outer space, because I'm going to do something special for that person. If somebody wanted to donate that amount. If not, it's okay. But you just said what's underneath. You won't know. It's only if somebody donates that amount I will say. But whatever the amount, whatever the next donation amount is, I'm gonna wrap this thing up, and I will oh, pow! Paul just donated 70. I didn't even know you were in here. Are you in here, pal? I call you pal for short. Are you in here? Because I need to talk to you. Pal donates every time. Every time I fundraise or do a live. Every single time, on my GoFundMe, on everything. Are you in the chat? Because I need to talk to you. I'm waiting. In the meantime, Pal donated 70. I'm going to tell you a crazy travel story. Crazy travel story. I have so, like, where do I even begin? Crazy travel story. I can tell you about the first time I went to Afghanistan by myself. This was just 2 years ago. I booked a flight to Afghanistan all by myself, knowing nothing about Afghanistan. And I remember flying in, and everyone at the airport, there was like, so as you can imagine, the airport in Afghanistan is really tiny. Really tiny, because who's flying to Afghanistan? Not a lot of people. You're here. Thank you so much. You are a force in my life. Thank you so much for your support and your constant showing up and encouraging me and saying the sweetest things and helping me. You are an actual force in my life. Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart. Thank you. I was telling how the first time I went to Afghanistan, I went all by myself. There was only 7 other people on the airplane. And when I landed in Afghanistan, there was about 7 Taliban standing, like, with their guns, sitting, like, guarding the door when you're leaving the airport. And they looked at me and they were like, first they had a real serious face on. And they like, can you come over here for a second? And they looked all tripped out, Taliban, you know, with the AK-47s. And they're like, can you come over here for a second? And I walk over there and they're like, where are you from? And I'm like, America. I was scared to say America because, you know, our beef with them. You know what I'm saying? They look at me, they're like, you're American. I'm like, yeah. They're like, and you chose to come here for what reason? And I said, just to travel. And they were literally looked at me like, you came here to travel. And I was like, yeah. And they're like, you're not afraid of us? And I'm like, no. When I tell you, each of them took out their phone. Shout out to you. God bless you times 10 trillion billion, the blessing that you've been to me. But all the Taliban, they took out their phone. They exchanged WhatsApp with me. They're like, let's exchange numbers in case you need anything. And they looked at me in the eyes and they said, listen, you are our sister. If you need anything you need, you text us. We'll be there in 1 second. And they said, you are so welcome here. Don't let anybody scare you. We'll welcome you with open arms. And they said, even if you want dinner one night, come to my house for dinner. And they said, we love what you're doing. You're free to film anything. You're free to put anything you want on YouTube. Because I told them I was going to make YouTube videos. And they said, you're our sister. So they said, even if you just text us like, you're hungry, we'll bring you food. If you text us, you're scared, we'll be right there. They said, you are our sister, and never, ever, ever think that you have to be afraid here. We'll take care of everything you need. Excuse me? And these are supposed to be the monsters in the world. And they meant it. They meant it. They weren't weird. They weren't sexual. They didn't want anything from me. They didn't want to harm me. They didn't want to kill me. They didn't want to do anything sexual with me or oppress me. They were teddy bears. Teddy bears. And they meant it. They said, even if you're hungry at 2 o'clock in the morning, we will be there. They said, don't hesitate to text us about anything. They said, we are blood now. We're family. And when I tell you, that day, I said, I look at them in the eyes. This is before I even told YouTube that I was in Afghanistan. I looked at them in the eyes and I told them, I'm going to tell the world how sweet and kind you people are. They said, you don't have to do that. I said, no, I'm going to tell the world how sweet and kind and selfless and ridiculously sweet you guys are. They said, you don't have to do that. I said, I promise I'm going to tell the world. They said, no one's going to believe you. They hate us. I said, it doesn't matter. I'm going to tell them anyways. And they were like, you're our sister. We hope you have the best time in the world. So that is one of the craziest things that's ever happened in my life. And it was true. I've been to Afghanistan 4 times. They're the sweetest, kindest dad vibes. Like they give dad vibes. They're protective and kind, and I knew that if I texted them that they would be there in 1 second. You know what I mean? And they said, you don't have to be afraid of anything. No one's going to touch you. No one's going to be sexual with you. No one's going to harm you. You're protected. And they were right. So that's one of the craziest stories that ever happened in my life. And Afghanistan sits like in the center of my heart. That's my favorite country, other than Japan. Japan is my first. Nothing is going to change Japan. Afghanistan is my second favorite country. There is no country I've ever, ever, ever been to with people as sweet as Afghan people. Never. I haven't experienced it anywhere else in the world. Yeah, people in Japan are kind, but they literally are like, it's their culture to be kind. Afghans, it's a different kind of kind. They're like family kind of kind. And they wouldn't even accept my money. If you guys watch my vlogs, I kept trying to pay for things. They wouldn't accept it. They're like, your family, we're not accepting your money. I'm like, I want to help you guys. They're like, your family, we're not accepting it. You guys, the proof is in my vlogs. I'm trying to pay for food. I'm trying to pay for they wouldn't accept money from me. They're like, your family, we're not accepting it. Sweetest people I've ever seen in my entire life. And they were, I think the reason they were so kind to me is because they couldn't believe that I wasn't afraid of them. They appreciated that. They said, we're looking in your eyes and you don't look afraid. Um, and I said, I'm not. And they said, we can tell. We're looking in your eyes and you're not scared. I'm like, I'm not scared. And they're like, you came here alone? And I'm like, yeah. They're like, you're our sister. I think they were so nice to me because they really appreciated the fact that I didn't think that they were evil monsters. You know what I'm saying? Like, they were like, she's treating us like we're regular people. Like, I think that's probably why they were so kind to me, you know? And they said, you know, the United Nations won't even come here and talk to us. Like, the UN refused to talk to the Taliban. And so that's why I don't like the UN. I don't like the United Nations organization because they go to Afghanistan, but they won't even talk to the Taliban. They won't even talk to the locals. They told me, I sat down with the president of Afghanistan. He said, you know, the UN won't even talk to us. They won't even sit down and have a conversation. They're too scared. So I literally talked to somebody from the UN. I talked to like one of the top people in the UN. And he goes to Afghanistan all the time, but he refuses to associate with the Taliban. He refuses, they won't even have a conversation. So that's why I think they were so kind to me, because they're like, you're treating us like we're human. So anyways, that is one of the craziest stories. And I always tell people, if you wanted to visit Afghanistan, I don't know, you have to be really adventurous, obviously, because most people don't want to do that. If they're going on vacation, you know, you probably want to go on vacation to, like, I don't know, Dubai or the Bahamas or something. But if you're adventurous, I always tell people to go to Afghanistan. So they're just the sweetest teddy bear people, and they want to be liked. They told me. I asked their president, I said, do you want tourism? And he's like, yes. He's like, we want tourism really badly. And he's like, but everyone's too afraid to come here. I said, don't worry, I'm going to do my best to try and speak up for you guys. He's like, you don't have to, but we appreciate it. They told me I didn't have to over and over and over again, you know. I was like, no, I want to. So the president told me that they badly want tourism, but maybe it'll change one day. You know what? Maybe in 15 years, Afghanistan will be the new Dubai. It'll be the new Dubai. You never know. It could be a Dubai in 20, 30 years. You never know what I'm saying. The food is delicious. Afghan food is so good. It's greasy, but it's good. Everything is cooked in like fat, but anyways, that was my crazy travel story in response to our wrapping up of this live stream. Afghan people are sweet and kind. The food is delicious. It's a beautiful country. Don't believe everything you read on the internet. Yeah, so anyways, I'm going to wrap up this live stream. And I appreciate you guys so much for tuning in, talking with me, hanging out with me. Even if you're like a silent viewer, somebody who doesn't go in the chats, but you're just here to hang out, I still appreciate that, and I'm grateful. And I will see you guys tomorrow, same time. Hi, Davidson. We're wrapping up now. You're not a silent viewer. I'm always looking out for Jason. I'm like, is Jason in the comments? There's some names I always look for. And you're one of them. Yes, I'm gonna go to sleep. I'm gonna upload a vlog tomorrow. I might go do the live stream. Yeah, I'm gonna, not the live stream. I'm gonna go film the short about where to get good ice cream in Paris, because everyone goes to the touristy spot and this spot sucks. I'm gonna show you where I got the cardamom ice cream. Oh, it's so tasty. I'm gonna go to sleep. So thank you so much, everyone who donated. We made a dent in this donation goal. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. I hope you have a very good rest of your Friday. Hope you have some good food and some time to relax. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love you guys so much. God bless.